This year, Americans have been coming to Europe and being seriously confused by what goes on here, so I thought I would compile the very best of these clips for you to enjoy.
Does anyone else remember when I took James Charles to Greg's?
I'm back, babes. Where are we going this time?
Let's go to Wetherspoons.
What's that?
You don't even want to.
What, like the James Charles? I thought it was just James whoever. James Smith. Is that a person? Probably. James Charles and Wetherspoons, that would break my, like, complex of the world. You know, like, if I was in my local Wetherspoons just tucked into an all-day breakfast and James Charles walks in, I'd be like, what? And then he gets, like, 2 pictures in a deal. I'd be like, this is wrong. Can we just, like, reset the... this is not right. I don't like it. This would be like Interstellar. Like, I should be behind the bookcase here telling James Charles to go home.
Oh my God, there's everything on the menu.
James asked me what the cuisine of Wetherspoons was, and I literally just replied saying everything.
Which honestly is great for me because I have the appetite of like a child.
We've just ordered, and I feel like we've actually ordered half the menu, so I'm going to let James tell you what we've had.
Okay, so apparently they have a spice bag on the menu, which if you know me, I fell in love with the spice bag. Okay, we got an 11-inch garlic pizza and a fish and chips. I need the sweet chili. The season...
That curry sauce is not good. Now this literally looks like cardboard.
For sure. It's giving cardboard. That is literally fucking cardboard.
Yeah, but it's Wetherspoons. Like, what did you expect? Personally, I actually like the food in Wetherspoons. It gets a lot of but I actually quite like it. Like, what did you expect? Were you expecting, like, a Michelin star plate? It is. It's just food. It's just to fill you up, really. It's not like... you know, the best food you'll ever taste. But to be fair, like, I'm pretty hungry right now, and that actually looks banging. Like, I wish I could have that right now. The fact they're mocking it, I'm like, do you not know what you've got in front of you right now? It just makes me hungry.
The spice bag is so good. It's doing something for me.
That's a bit of a plot twist. I'm making James try the fish because I don't do fish.
Yeah. It tastes like any fish and chips, TBH.
So James, your first time in Wetherspoons, what do you rate it?
Honestly, Cal, for the spice bag alone, that was a solid 10 out of 10.
I'm actually really shocked at that.
I can't believe for my first meal back in the UK, you took me somewhere that you thought I was going to hate.
I do feel like he was being nice there. I feel like if the cameras were off, he'd be like, this place is shit. Like the stuff he's probably used to. Going into Wetherspoons must be like prison food for him. I do like it when Americans come over and they do like our food though, because British food gets a lot of flack from, you know, every other country, not just Americans. Other Europeans come to Britain and they're like, yeah, this food is absolute shit. I'm glad we're getting put on the map for being good now. If Spoons impresses this man, we need to show him what else we've got. Give him a steak and ale pie with mushy peas. Okay, so this clip is from Wireless Festival, which I believe is held in London in the UK, obviously.
Calm down! Security! 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 Get them out of here! They're starting violence!
This is so prime UK culture. Like, everyone was kind of just trying to, you know, barge past each other, and then they hear one American say security, and without even hesitation, everyone just creases. They're like, love, you do know this is like London? Like, security just isn't really a thing here. It's kind of like the Purge. We all just kind of defend ourselves and hope for the best. Security. It's the laugh right after she speaks. Listen to it.
Security!
This is actually kind of sad because this woman seems like she's in peril, and even though she is American, she's a human being. You know, her needs need to be met, safety-wise, and they're just laughing at her face, unfortunately. I also love that she was the one that was shouting security, but everyone was pointing at her to get her out, just for being American, I imagine. If any Americans watching, I hope you do know, I do actually like you. I do. It's just funny to laugh at you, isn't it? FYI, it's so incredibly sad that nowhere in Europe accept American money. The last time we were there, American money was worth more. Now they won't even accept it. So Italy, Switzerland and Paris won't take it. You mention our money, they squirm. It's a shame. They are our allies. I love that the concept of just using your own currency in another country is, you know, normalized to this American here. Just kind of turn this situation around a little bit. What happens if someone from Switzerland tried to use the currency in Switzerland? In America, what would happen? It would be refused. So clearly, it's fine for that to be refused, so why would it not be refused if it was the other way around? We've got another one with American money here. Guys who left US dollars as a tip in Greece when the currency is euros. For the local people, $1 is a lot of money. It's actually 0.86 euros that they can't use. So it's less money than $1, and they can't even use it. Are you really going to go to wherever you can exchange money in Greece just to get 0.86 euros? euros? I don't think so. You're just gonna have it and it's always gonna be in a drawer somewhere. This is just so funny. It's like, imagine just us in the UK leaving a tip at a restaurant, but just leaving it in euros or dollars. Like, they'd be like, why have you? This is just it makes everything so much more difficult for me.
A phrase that has really different meaning between the US and the UK is f off. Like, in the UK, if a friend told me a crazy story like, oh my god, did you hear this guy got back with his ex? I'd be like, oh, f off, that's crazy. If I said f off to you in the US, it would mean like, f off, leave me alone, get out of here. I know that version exists in the UK as well. It could mean both things, just use your context clues to find out what they mean. But I don't think the US has the, oh my god, that's crazy. It only has the, oh my god, get out of here. And I really only just realized this because I got a text from my best friend from home and I messaged her like, f off. But I meant it in like the, oh my god, f off, that's nuts. But that just like feels so aggressive.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Can you imagine being this American at home? Like, oh my god, like, Jeff's changed a lot. Jeff's actually a bit of a prick now. I don't know why we do that. Like, I wonder where that stemmed from. Like, you do that if someone tells you something quite surprising, you're like, f off. What? But it's like the way you say it. Like, if there's someone just being really volatile towards you, you would be like, oh mate, will you just off. That's totally different. Whereas if someone tells you some new information that you didn't know prior, it's just like lightly spoken, isn't it? It's just like, no. So it's just, oh god, you know, whenever we do these videos, sometimes I'm like, oh, being American would be fun so you could discover British things for the first time. But strangely, this does make us patriotic doing this series.
This is what it's like driving in the UK. There's only enough room for one car on the road and it's absolutely terrifying.
I mean, strictly speaking, that's only in like the Lake District or like countrified places in the UK. Like most roads in the UK, there's a lane for going up and there's a lane for going down, at least, okay? This makes it seem like the UK has got no motorways, like this is the only like kind of way to get around. And if you're American, because you're used to having so much space and it taking days to get from one side of the country to the other one, you're probably gonna believe this if you haven't been to the UK. If this was the case, wouldn't we have so many car crashes? Like every single day would be like driving on a battlefield. Also, actually, to the people that live in the Lake District or like places where there's only one lane, how do you just go about your normal lives? Like, I drove there the other month and genuinely I felt like on every single corner that I was passing, I was going to lose my life. My life? Why did I totally... My life? I thought I was going to lose my life, my lady.
Can someone please tell me why ketchup in Europe is brown? Why is it not red like American ketchup? Where does the brownish color come from if ketchup is made from tomatoes? This is insane.
Am I having a stroke? Am I okay? That's red, right? That's red. Is that brown? Oh, wait, I'm having a crisis here. Wait, I need to look at the comments. Surely that's got to be red. That's red. I'm scared to look up American ketchup. Wait, what does American ketchup look like? Oh, okay, so it is redder, but ours is still red. Yeah, it's a little darker, but it's still red. It still passes the test. If you asked a random person who didn't know about this experiment we're having right now, what colour is that bottle on the right? They're gonna say red. Point proven. It's just that yours is like piles red. Why did I choose piles? Out of anything I could have described as red, I chose piles. I don't even know if piles are red, thankfully. Not from personal experience, anyway. The thing is, as well, like, they're not actually joking. This is actually, like, a travel person that, like, documents things that are different to America. If anything, American ketchup, like, is a little too red. It looks a bit too chemically. It looks like cartoon red. I feel like at least ours looks a little bit more natural. I imagine if you've grew up in America, you probably think ours looks disgusting. This is so interesting because I didn't even know there was a difference. Also, why is this ketchup bio? Is that like washing up powder? Can you get like non-bio now? Oh god, even ketchup's gonna give us psoriasis.
Question, right? Like, I just passed some kids and I've noticed this, like, in the UK a lot. Like, I don't know, 12, 13, and even older than that. And they just walk around with like a 2-liter either Coke or some type of soda or pop. Like, is it... I've never seen any kids or anybody walking around with like just a 2-liter drink. Are they going to share it amongst themselves?
Why do I feel like she's like past a group of young people with like a 2-liter bottle of Frosty Jacks and she's just really confused by it? Yeah, that kind of happens over here. I've said this before, but people in the UK kind of retire from drinking when they're like 21 because they've been on it their entire childhood, especially with Frosty Jacks. Like, Frosty Jacks really will, you know, make a man and woman out of you. That is some different stuff. Sitting in a freezing cold park with a tracksuit on, the girls have got a coat on with like a furry hood, everyone's just, you know, know, sharing the same bottle. You've got a couple of years until your GCSEs, so you don't need to worry about anything. Oh, absolute bliss, man. Absolute bliss. I remember the first time somebody gave me a drink of Frosty Jacks when I was in school, and I remember vomiting straight away after just drinking one thing and feeling really embarrassed because everyone was looking at us as if I was a freak, whereas in reality I was like 13. Like, should I really be able to handle alcohol at that age? Why did I feel like a freak? Why did I feel like the odd one out here? Some of the people that like unlock the levels quite early then move on to like apple sours as well, love, so you might see that kicking about as well. I still drink that a day. Peach schnapps. Oh, why am I thinking of all the teenage drinks?
Is it cold?
Oh wait, just before we proceed, I've got another one. Did anyone used to drink VCAT? Oh my god. Honestly, if you drank VCAT, your piss would come out black. Genuinely. One of the worst things. That changed you. It was, if for people that don't know, VCAT was like the cheap equivalent of vodka. It was like £4 for like a big bottle. I don't know if it wasn't a litre. I think it might be like 750ml. But oh my lord, that used to be brutal. Don't buy that if you see it on the shelf. Don't be fooled by its price.
Making it at room temperature. I have so many questions. Is it a mixer? Well, no, these kids were these kids were 12, 13, so I'm hoping it's not a mixer. Like, are they taking it home? I think they're walking about. I see it in the park and that. You know, is it one sort of 1-2 liter for everybody? Have they pitched in and bought it as like a communal drink? I'm just so worried about it being room temperature.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, love. You know, Frosty Jacks, a lot of people do drink it at room temperature. Some of them aren't even most of them aren't even in the fridge. Like in shops, they're just kept on the cupboard bit. Especially when you've drank it and like the air gets out of it, and then you can like oh yeah, that makes us ill, just the thought of it. I could never let that touch my lips ever again. It's amazing how Americans don't do that. Do Americans not like go out in the street and drink Frosty Jacks? That's got no culture over them. American tourists try to ride an alligator. Surely not. Oh my, he's actually putting like what you put on a camel. What? Why would you put a towel on it? Surely that's not going to have any impact on the comfort. He's not even sitting on the towel. What are you doing? Oh! Oh, eat him! Eat him! Yes! You can't kick him. You can't kick the alligator after you've just tried to sit on him. He wasn't trained to do that. The audacity. Like, the alligator turns around and, like, goes, oh, mate, will you f*** off? And then you kick him. You're literally in his space. Also, why would you, why would you need to ride an alligator? Like, where are you gonna go? Like, I don't understand what the kind of goal was here. Was it just to sit on one and then get up? Or did you actually want to go somewhere? You know, like, I don't understand what the end goal is here, which is confusing me more than everything. Also, like, the towel as well. Like, did he try to blind the alligator? Is this kind of like Dumbledore's bird in Chamber of Secrets, like trying to, blind the battlist so then you can like ride? I have no idea. I just want to know what the vision was here, mate. No, because why have I just found out that Americans can't do bank transfers, so that's why they all use Venmo and Cash App? What? I bet Euro pansies have to wait 30 plus days for bank transfers. They're so behind. I read they only just started getting credit cards with Pay. Meanwhile, we're already on contactless. Love when they try to take credit for a system we developed. Do you not think that we have Apple Pay over here? Do you think that we're all just still dealing in like gold coins or something? The way that we actually transfer money for goods over here is actually in chocolate coins. Every single time I do a video, I get 3 more chocolate coins and I just add them to my stash. I'm just hoarding them at the minute, so one day when they go up in price, I can just sell them all. I'm gonna be so rich soon, baby. Don't you worry about that. Can Americans not bank transfer though? I did always wonder, like, obviously we don't have Venmo or Cash App over here. Like, no one uses that really.
I moved to England from California to be with my boyfriend about a month and a half ago. And here are the things that I've noticed so far. I'm in northern England outside of Manchester, and it's funny, I feel like nobody hates England more than the English. Every time that I meet someone and they find out that I'm from California, their first response is, "Why are you here?"
This must be confusing as an American, because I feel like Americans, or at least like a lot, I'm generalizing here, but from what we see from an outside perspective, it seems like a lot of Americans are proud of being American. It's almost like you're very proud of your country, and the UK used to have that. I still believe a lot of people are proud to be British, but you know, I feel like the numbers of people that aren't proud to be British is definitely growing, or people that just aren't really patriotic in general. I think a classic example, especially in sporting terms, is like there was a boxer called Usyk who has won the undisputed heavyweight championship, and he's beat every single English boxer, and people still are on his side. Like, people just aren't patriotic to like British athletes or just Britain in general, really. Also, like, from the outside perspective, like, we look at California, but like, oh, that seems really exotic and like posh, even though obviously, you know, it's got like a record number of homeless people and stuff. It's you know, it's very glamorized. But yeah, I think I would ask you the same. I'd be like, why the have you moved north of Manchester?
Probably the biggest culture shock for me has been grocery shopping. There are like some similar brands, but they have different flavors for things. My boyfriend and I were trying to buy like some ice cream bars the other day, and they only come in packs of like 3 or 4, which like I'm used to packs of like 12 or something, you know, like 3 or 4, like what is that supposed to do for me? Are you kidding me? That's gonna last me a day and a half.
Well, I think this answers the previous podcast's question of who's healthier. Like, what? Like, that would last you a day and a half? See, like, for me, like, I buy a pack of 4 ice lollies. You know, I'll probably have, like, 2 of them. Maybe 3 at a push if it's a hot day. And then there will always be one left that just rots in the bottom of the freezer for just so much time until it just completely frosts over and I just throw it out. That's just the way I play the game, donuts. I don't like to be like everyone else. This is my quirkiness. Okay, little bit of main character syndrome, not like all the other girls.
Until my British friend convinced me that England had designated tea time every Tuesday at 2 p.m. A siren would go off throughout the nation, and whatever you were doing, you took 10 minutes off for tea. Obviously.
We do have that. Why are you acting like this is not a real thing? We all have the alarm clock for tea. At 2 p.m. every day, no matter what you're doing, that alarm goes off, you've got to stick the kettle on. Otherwise you get shot. Obviously not with a gun, we don't have guns here. They use bow and arrows, so they literally just bang, it's in and out. So unless you get that Tetley bag in that cup pronto, you're gonna lose your life. So make sure when you come over here, guys, 2 p.m, you've got a cup next to you and a kettle.
She was like, ask any British person, it's like a British thing. And I was like, okay. I asked every British person I knew, and they were all like, yeah, the siren goes off, we have tea time.
Told you.
I'm like, you guys have a siren that goes off for tea? That's a little bit weird, no? They're like, yeah, but it's normal to us. Like, we just don't talk about it that much because it's like a normal thing. I'm like, we should talk about it because it's really weird, right? Like, I told every American, look how weird the British people are. They have a siren that goes off for tea. And then one British person gave up the gig. They were laughing. They thought it was hilarious. And I was like, you know what else was funny? When we threw all your tea in the harbour.
Love, you've had a tremendous error here. I was going to keep the joke going, but I can't believe you actually fell for that. You told multiple people that British people at 2 p.m. have a tea alarm. That is so good. Like, what? I don't believe it. It's amazing. That is so good. I'm not trying to like generalize here because I know a lot of Americans aren't like this. I know a few Americans watch this channel, but a small proportion of America seems to be a lot more gullible than people in the UK. Like when I watched that Ruby Frankie documentary and they were talking about some of the stuff like people joining a Facebook group called Moms of Truth so they could expose the truth on the world. Like if a mom got invited to that in the UK, they'd be like, I'm not joining them freaks. What, you think I'm gonna get? Think I'm gonna let all my mates know that I'm in a group called Moms of Are you taking the piss? Whereas in America they're like, hell yeah man, I'll do that man, I'm gonna spread some truths. It's so wild because we both speak the same language but we're so different.
Mention that the windows, every window can open like this. Oh my god.
I need to see her reaction again.
Oh my god.
She like put her hands up there like to be fair, I'll give her a little bit of leeway with that one. It is pretty scary when you open them like that for the first time, like especially if you live in a flat and you know you have windows like this in some flats. I'm kind of with Americans on this one. Like I don't really like that they open this way. I guess you get a little bit of like air, but it's just I don't know, like the overall kind of, you know, circulation of air is not that great with it just coming out a little bit. I'm not really here for it, I'm afraid. Like if it's not a windy day, no air's really coming in. Not really here for it.
I thought I was gonna fall down. Just like crack it open? Yeah. Oh. That scared the shit out of me. All the windows do that? Yeah. Also those closed do too. Okay, like almost, and then turn it all the way down. Yeah, that's
And then
closed.
Okay, closed.
That's like, no, sideways is like full open.
Okay.
And up is cracked.
This is like explaining, you know, how to an alien that's just come to Earth, like how things work on this planet.
Who invented this place?
Oh wait, you can pull it more.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's put that back.
They're not going to need like any TV or any board games or anything for like any tonight's entertainment. Literally, she's going to just be opening and closing this door. She's having an absolute whale of a time. This is her night sorted. This is her entire week sorted with staying with her friend. What are you doing tonight? You coming out, love? Nah, I've got more door time. Honestly, I'm having a great time over here.
People have been telling the Snack Master General for years, you gotta try a sausage roll.
Imagine that, man. Your dad calls himself the Snack Master General. Gotta rate it. This is gonna be me when I'm like 45, still making videos, just trying to find what niche works for us. Oh, the Snack Master General. I would change my birth name to that. That is incredible.
Found a Greg's in London and checked it out. This place is like magic with all different foods, but we had to try the sausage roll.
This guy could sell water to a fish. I've never heard anybody describe like the food in Greg's as magic. Like magical. This guy thinks he's in Hogwarts right now, not just a London Greg's. He's looking at these pizza slices like, what portion class do you have to take to literally make these? These are genuinely incredible.
Even though the donuts are staring me in the face, this sausage roll was absolutely sublime. The legends are true. Fantastic, delicious, all of the above. 9.
Fair play, Snackmaster General. Okay, fair play. Right, you're valid. In the UK, you've got the validity from the donors community right now. Do with that with what you will. Do with that with what you will. Do that. Do that, what will. I don't know how the saying goes.
I've seen a lot of this on my For You page, so I'm going to chime in about how depressing British culture is, because I went to live in London for 6 months, and I experienced a bit of British culture. And I'm American, so I compare it to American culture. And it is really a very depressed, miserable place. And I thought to myself, I would never live here because of that. That's the truth.
I do get his point. It is a little, it definitely is more miserable than America. I think I've said this in the last Americans Don't Understand the UK video we did. Like, Americans have a lot more optimism. I feel like in America, overall, people are more like glass half full. Definitely in the UK, people are half glass empty, and that's just because of the stuff we have to go through over here. Like, it makes you miserable, a lot of the things you have to deal with. However, I also don't feel like London is an accurate representation of the UK. Like, obviously London can be great, it can be not so great. As an American, if you really want to like take in some really cool parts of the UK, you have to come more north, like the countryside and stuff like that. Go to the beach, just stuff that isn't kind of just so busy and so compact and is just like so like overstimulated. There's like so many lovely places in the UK that don't get to be seen as much.
It's just that the people there don't seem like they're having fun. They seem like they're constantly trying to escape misery. They seem like their work is just so depressing, and that the joke is that everything is depressing and bad. And like, that's the entire sense of humor. It's like, this all sucks.
I mean, he kind of has nailed it a little bit. But what are you meant to do? Like, you know, so many people hate what they do. That's why British people are so funny, because humour is their form of coping with being sad. It makes us funny as people though, right?
The class system is so obvious and weird. Like, they're just upper class people, lower class people, and you're just born into it. And the accents, you can tell based on people's accents, and that's weird. In America, it's pretty much like you have to give it to us, or to America, that you just earn your way. And I know there's lots of, you know, people, you get born into things, you're lucky, but if you get rich, if you move up in your class, you're just able to. In England, it's like, you're never gonna really be upper class if you're born lower class. They'll always know that you're not, because it's about culture. It's not just about money, it's about like the way you act.
This guy is very interesting. Like, he has made some observations that are kind of correct about the UK. Normally, like, when, you know, some Americans make observations, it's kind of like, oh, you've only spent like a couple of weeks here, like, you don't really know what you're talking about. This guy definitely has like involved himself in the culture here. Because I feel like that is kind of true. Like, say if I became like a multi-millionaire and I started hanging around with like people that have always been multi-millionaires, I feel like you would just know. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I would just seem like the odd one out. Maybe it is is my accent, the way I act, but I definitely think that is kind of true. Like, I never ever think I'm gonna be upper class, and like that's just like now I'm like deep in it. I'm like, shit, I'm never gonna have grounds. I'm never gonna have a butler. To be fair, I don't really want grounds or a butler. I'm happy just going to the park, get some Frosty Jacks. What? You drink water? Oh, that's so quick. What? You drink bottled water? Oh my god, what? Can I have your autograph? You're so cool. What? A bottle of water, the thing you always take the piss out of us for pronouncing. You drink that on our shows now? Couldn't make this shit up. I don't actually get the joke here, or if it's not a joke, is it just that they drink water? Like they've all bought a bottle of water. Doesn't everyone do that? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone has to drink water otherwise, or at least a form of water. Otherwise they can't survive, right? Like, you know, that's just the natural cycle of life. I love this though, like, you know, like in their own world, they're like, oh god, everyone's probably thinking we're so American right now with our bottled water. I am a European, so could somebody tell me what they are holding? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is some sort of device they used in Star Wars in combat. A lightsaber. That's it. That's it.
Someone in Europe, please explain this to me. Let me give some context. We're in our villa here in Spain, and there is a pool of water. I don't even know if you should call it a pool.
It's posh.
But it's about a foot deep, and it's very warm, and you obviously can't swim in it. So I don't know what to do with it.
I actually know what this is. I don't know. I think this is a normal thing to know what this is, but that's a tanning pool. So it's not an actual pool that you can swim in, obviously, unless you're well, I don't actually know who could swim in this unless you're a dog. It's a tanning pool. So basically, if you want to tan but you want to stay cool, you just lie in there. Like, that's what it's for. Like, you can see it's the only thing in the sun. So that's why they put it in here. Do they not have these in America? Like, I've never stayed in a place that has, you know, your own one of these. But, you know, they have like a public one in loads of hotels, which is very shallow, and you just see people kind of sunbathing in it. This is kind of mad that you've got your own private one, though. And he's complaining as well.
My American wife just asked me at 2:30 in the afternoon if the sun is setting. The sun is not setting, honey. We're in England.
I took a short nap. I woke up. I'm like, wow, it's so late. It's 2:30.
Yeah.
Look. That's so sad. This city's so stunning. People should be able to enjoy the sun with it.
Why do you think everyone here is miserable? This is why. 2:30, it's grey. 11:30, it's grey. 7:30, it's grey. There's no Valencia filter over here. It's just black and white. That's all it is. And when there is sun, and there is a little bit of brightness, it's unbearable. It's literally unbearable, and you can't even sleep. So when we do have the sun, it's not even a good thing. That is so funny that she woke up and she thought it was nighttime. No, that's just like every day here. There's very little colour in the UK. Very little colour. Just greyness, love, really.
As an American, the greeting, you okay or you alright, is so confusing to me. Why are you asking if I'm okay as a way of saying hello? Like, you okay? I don't know, am I? Do I not look okay? What's going on?
To be fair, I've never thought of it like that. Like, when I say that, I'm not expecting them to, like, actually think if they're okay. I'm just expecting them to be like, yeah, and then we just do whatever we're doing. Like, oh, you're right, mate? They're like, oh, you're right, mate? Like, sometimes they even repeat it. Like, that's the normal thing. You're right, mate? Oh, you're right, mate? And then you just go on with your day, right? That's how you respond to that. If someone goes, you're right, mate, you go, actually, you know what, now you're asking, I'm not. You know, honestly, the wife's left us. Kids hate us, divorce, I'm losing the house. You don't respond with all that. We don't want to hear it. One thing that does throw you off is if you say it to, like, someone you don't know, oh, you're right, and they go, yeah, actually, are you? You're like, what? But you ask, that's not your line. You're asking if I'm okay. I don't want to, am I okay? Like, you start questioning yourself. When someone actually responds to it, that's where it makes it awkward.
Like, it took me forever to learn that just the automatic response is, yeah, you. I feel like, yeah, you is just like its own slang word at this point.
One thing that does pisses off that British people, I don't even think it's British people that say, it's just like when family members say, oh, you're looking tired. It's like, am I? I feel like all, like, British family members that are older than you, like, comment on how tired you look. And you're like, well, I feel fine. I actually feel really good this morning. Now I feel like, oh, you look tired. Have you not slept well? Actually, I slept really well, actually. Thanks for that.
McDonald's is different all over the world, and I'm in Italy right now, so let's see what they have. Look how different it is. Change it to English.
How is it? Oh, to be fair, this one's a posh one. This one's got, like, a full-on, like, counter with them all on display. Like, usually in the UK... Just act like that didn't happen. Usually in the UK... We kind of just have like a little counter if they're like a posh one. Sometimes there's not a counter. This one is like a full-on posh one. This one you've got to drink your coffee with your pinky up. Have they got macaroons in there? Oh! Okay. This McDonald's is outside of a lot of people's tax brackets.
Well, first of all, they have a McChicken with provolone cheese. If that's not the most Italian thing I've ever seen. And with pepperoni. I hope this is good. They have a pepperoni wrap. I want to try different stuff, but then also some of the same stuff to see if it tastes different.
To be fair, I'm kind of with her on this. It is very confusing when you go to like a different European country and they have like really fancy burgers and like really fancy items on the McDonald's menu. Like this is so apparent in the Canary Islands. Like when I last went to Tenerife, they have like loaded chips in their McDonald's. And I know that's not like out there, but that's out there for like McDonald's compared to the UK. Like why don't we get any of the cool stuff? Is it because like some European countries just wouldn't tolerate the basicness of McDonald's, so they need to add stuff? I've got no idea, but I feel like we get the bare minimum in the UK.
Big tasty bacon, big tasty. Try a cheeseburger to see if it's the same. 6-piece spicy.
All of that and you choose a cheeseburger, love? Of course it's gonna be the same. It's cheese in a burger.
McNuggets. Try their regular mustard. They literally sell beer. That's crazy. I'm gonna try this Lipton tea peach loaded fries. They literally sell actual chicken wings. The US could never. We have to get a fry, of course. Let's try this hot sauce. This is how I know I'm in Europe. That looks unreal. Here we go. Thank you so much. This place is so aesthetic. Okay.
You would only hear like a certain type of American call a McDonald's aesthetic. I've never walked into any McDonald's, no matter where it is. To be fair, there's actually quite a posh one in like a service station, like an hour away from me. Anyway, I've never walked into one and thought, oh my god, like, you know, like I could get a banging Instagram pic in here, 2 secs. I've never thought that in a McDonald's. Usually it's just really loud and overwhelming and you just kind of want to find a seat that is out of the way. It's so aesthetic. That is so funny. Oh my god, this would look so good if I did like a photo dump here. Wouldn't this really just add to me carousel on Instagram, do you not think? It wouldn't mess up my feed at all. She seems really sweet though. Okay, like I just like that she called it aesthetic. That's quite funny.
So Klein's has bought me this apparently like Christmas classic for British people. It's a chocolate orange. We're gonna review some weird British food.
Okay, right. First off, I'm not a personal fan of Terry's chocolate orange. I don't know why I don't feel like fruit and chocolate should be mixed together. But I can understand the craft behind it. Alright? But personally, if she doesn't like this, I won't be offended. As long as she, you know, smashes it like how you're meant to do and then eats it.
It's huge. Look at that. An actual full-blown chocolate orange.
You get a lot for your money.
Apparently it's made with real orange oil.
What the f*** are you doing, love? What's that? You don't eat it like that? Christ! Trying to give us a heart attack there. Blood pressure's through the roof. Cheers, love. I'm trying to keep it down at the minute. I'm in the middle of moving. Why would you look at it and think, oh yeah, I'll just eat it like that? Do you eat an orange like that? Who eats an actual orange like that? So why would you take this structure into a chocolate orange? It makes no sense. Why would you eat it like this? It's like people who eat a cheese string, but like, as if they're playing... Is it a fiddle or a flute? I don't know. But just eating it like this? I've seen it done. In the flesh, right? Traumatizing. Why would you think this is the acceptable way to eat a Terry's chocolate orange? Come on. Terry hasn't been seen since this dropped. Terry's had enough. Bloody hell, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ow.
I would be a little bit overwhelmed the first time that I, you know, eating a Terry's chocolate orange. It is a very off-putting. Or it's very, you know, that you have to have thought behind it, okay? There's steps to do it. You can't just eat it. I understand it's a little bit difficult. But I wouldn't even give a thought to eat it this way. It wouldn't even be in me top 10 ways to eat it, I'm afraid. What are the comments saying? Biting into it like that is a crime. You had the audacity to call it weird and then bite into it like that. It's a classic. Yeah, that's very true. You can't call it weird and then eat it like that. There's people in the comments saying they're crying at this. Like, this woman has ruined people's weeks. Arguably could have ruined some people's Christmases already. Okay, we've started off with a bang. I don't think I'm going to hold this woman's opinion with much weight. You know, judging she didn't really give the Terry's chocolate orange a chance. Sorry, they're not American. There's not a bottle of water there. Vegas. Absolute fakers. Also, can you drink that water? I don't think you can drink that water. I think that's a mural. It's like, that's a fountain, but not like a water fountain like in American movies that you can kind of click it and like drink from. I feel like that's an actual monument that you're not meant to really touch. That's another interesting question. Why do people say Europe instead of the country? Like, that is one interesting thing with Americans. I wonder if it is with, like, you know, other huge countries like Australia. I wonder if they kind of group every single European country as like one, because, you know, they're obviously much smaller nations than their own. And obviously, like in America, there's like various states. I know a state isn't the same as a country, but you know, some states are the size of countries is basically what I'm trying to say. I wonder if it's because they kind of group it all in America, but it's still like every single nation should like be, you know, treated as its own entity. Going to Germany is totally different to going to the Netherlands or then going to Spain. And Spain and Portugal are totally different, and they're joined together.
Here are my least favorite things about Europe from someone who was just there for 20 days. Number one least favorite thing is there's no coffee. And you might think I'm crazy, but they only have espresso. You can get an Americano, which is their version of our coffee, which is espresso with water, or you can get lattes or anything else you want, or a flat white, something like that. But there is zero coffee. You can't get a regular drip coffee anywhere.
But you've just said there's no coffee, and then just went on to say which coffees that Europe has. You don't see that is hypocritical, my friend. What is drip coffee anyway? Is that just American? So drip coffee is basically just hot water and coffee beans in a filter, and gravity pulls the brewed coffee into a pot. So now, in my opinion, I would say European coffee is better than that. Like, that's basically the same as an Americano. That's probably why they call it an Americano. I don't know why some Americans do come to Europe and go, yeah, there's just no coffee over here. Like, there is, and it's great. I drink it every day.
The second least favorite thing is you can't get anywhere without having to plan. You either have to walk, or you have to take a subway, you have to take an Uber, something like that. You can't just get in your car and go where you want to go.
What? I guarantee this guy asks ChatGPT about every minor detail in his life. Of course you can't. Like, it's just the same as in America, I imagine. Like, if you're like, oh, I need to go Aldi, I know where Aldi is, I'll go there. And also, like, is it a big deal to plan? I don't really know what he's trying to say here. Yeah, you're right. Having accessible public transport is such a bit. I also do love, we've said this in a previous video, but I do love how Americans, or some Americans, refer to Europe as just one country. They're like, yeah, Europe. Whereas like every single country in Europe is totally different to each other, really. They all have their separate own rules that you have to abide by. Like, the UK is very different to Germany, and Germany's very different to France. France is different to Spain. They're not all just the same thing.
I moved to London from the United States 9 days ago, and in those 9 days, there's been a new prime minister and a new king. But other than that, I want to talk about some culture shocks and some things that surprised me since we've gotten here. First things first, the driving. You guys drive on the left side of the road. That was really weird. Also, jaywalking is not a thing. People just cross the street wherever.
Yeah, because we're just hard as fuck. Like, honestly, we just don't care. If someone hits us with their car, that's a bonus, right? Not only can I sue you, get some money, then, you know, possibly my time on this earth is shortened, which is just a plus, because it's always great.
There is no order when people walk on the sidewalk. Sometimes they're on the left, sometimes they're on the right. You just have to figure it out.
Oh yeah, and it's really, like, over here, you get a lot of this. I don't know if you get this in America, where, like, you see someone, and then automatically when you see someone coming the other way, you've got a decision to make. It's like, well, am I going to go to the left, or am I going to go to the right? And the worst thing is, you make a decision, and they also make a decision, so yous are both the decision makers. You choose the same one. And then if you can't figure it out by the time you meet, you end up doing this, and it's just so awkward. Do you not have that in America? Surely that's a universal thing.
Lack of access to ice is very difficult for someone that likes ice cold water. One thing I love is that tax is included in the price you see. I don't know why we would do it the other way in the United States. If something says it's £16, it's £16.
That's one thing that I've been so confused with when we've done previous videos in this series on Americans, is that you don't actually have the tax within the, you know, the price on the shelf. That would piss me off so much.
The groceries in general are way cheaper than I was expecting them to be. I don't know if inflation is just really, really bad in the US, but I like the prices here a lot. Don't trust the weather app. You're gonna get whatever happens. Just go outside and be prepared for whatever.
Yes, this woman is confused by the UK, but I feel like she's kind of nailed it so far. Yeah, the weather app actually lies. Like, they can't even predict the next day here, never mind the entire week. So if it tells you it's going to be a certain temperature, just ignore it. It said today that it wouldn't rain, and genuinely, I don't think I've seen more rain in my entire life within one day. The weather just doesn't let you know its next move over here. It just kind of always keeps you guessing, and I kind of like it. It keeps you on your toes. You don't know whether you need to leave the house in a vest or in a full thermal hoodie.
Someone that likes rooms really cold cold, the lack of air conditioning has not been an issue at all. I wasn't here during the heat wave, to be fair, but that's been a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've had a little bit of trauma with recently. You know, I've always said I'm never going to buy an aircon unit because it's just too much money, and it's like the heat wave lasts like 2 weeks here. However, I've been really struggling to sleep, so I just bit the bullet. I bought an aircon unit, right? I thought, okay, here we go. Aircon unit, going to be sleeping well every single night. I plugged it in, right? Stuck the tube out the window, ice cold. I thought, oh my God. Literally 20 minutes later, my entire house's energy just shut off. Every single light went off, every single plug went off. I had a power cut because I was using the aircon. So now I just can't use it. So now I've got this aircon unit that I've paid this money for that is just useless. I think I'm coming across like really moody or angry in this video. I'm having a great time doing it, so I hope you know that. I'm just, you know, just riding the wave.
Right, babe, what do you think that is right there?
A fire hydrant, and I don't know why there's so
A fire hydrant! Why would it be a fire hydrant? It rains every single day here. We have natural ones from the clouds. It's a post box, love. It's the cutest thing ever. You've got a message you want to send to someone, and for some reason you can't do it on social media. Bang! Get a stamp. Poof! There you go. 79 pence. They'll get the message.
What sport do you think that is?
badminton.
No.
It's literally freaking softball with a paddle.
Yeah, to be fair, not many of us play cricket unless you're in like a certain tax bracket, I feel like. Unless you go like business class on planes, you know, you don't really need to be interested in this one.
Okay, now who was gonna tell me that every country has a national flag?
What am I working with here? Why do you live on a continent too, you know? Like, does Mexico have the same flag as what as America does? And in South America, Brazil, Peru, Chile, they all have different flags. So why wouldn't different countries in Europe not have different flags? Did you think there was just like a European flag that every single country just uses as their own just to save time? I can't wait for this guy to find out that, you know, countries in the UK actually have like 2 flags. Obviously we have like the Union Jack, and then we all have like our own individual ones as well.
I thought American flag was like, I thought we were the only country that had an American flag.
You are. Like, you are. I can't believe that this guy's being serious right now. Am I getting rage baited? Or is this guy actually being deadly serious? Judging by the comments, I think he is being serious. I don't know if I'm getting... It's that dumb. I don't know if I'm getting rage baited. But this is... I've seen multiple videos of Americans not actually believing that different countries in Europe have flags. So I'm kind of coming into this with like a bias that of course he would think this. Of course America is the only one with an American flag. Yes! Yes, you're right on that one. You're not wrong. If this was the chase, if this was the cash raiser in the first round of the chase, you would have added £1,000 in the bank, fella.
After living in Australia for like 3 or 4 months, Australia has their own flag. And it looks so cool. It looks way better than ours. Do other countries have flags as well? Or is it just Australia and the United States?
Again, is this... You can't just Google stuff, you know? Like, this is one thing about TikTok that I feel like is definitely going to change for the next generation, like how they go about things. I see so many people in TikTok comments. They'll ask a question, which they could easily find the answer out in about a couple of seconds on Google. They could instantly find the answer, but they wait hours for someone to reply the answer. I'm like, why are you asking this question? Like, can you not just go and, you know, possibly find out yourself? Do you have to have somebody else tell you? And it seems like this strikes again. Like, this guy isn't a rage bait creator. He's like he just makes videos about Australia. I'm actually gobsmacked here.
So I'm in Myers-Keswick, New York City, with Goonie Dad himself from the UK, and he tells me I have to buy this and dip my steak in it. Coleman's of Norwich Original English Mustard.
Oh, well, this is going to be an experience. For anybody that has tried this, they will know this absolutely, you know, it rips your nipples off, to put it lightly. You know, it's as if someone literally just goes up to your nipples and goes, nah, not liking them. That's what this feels like. Even a smidge of this. Oh, I love you smelling your ancestors. Don't even know what that means, but it will.
Alright, got a nice piece of steak. Got a little bit of the Coleman's mustard.
That's a lot.
Let's give it a try.
That's a lot. Alright,
gonna dip it in here.
Oh, no, he's not good. He's not good. He's defeated before he's even begun. Trust us, that's too much. For a beginner, that is far too much. It's like you can't swim and you've jumped in the deep end and nobody's there to help you. That's the situation this man finds himself in, and he's none the wiser. Apparently he's got a British friend there. British. That's all that's there, not a friend. No friend would put a friend in this situation. Friends don't lie, as Eleven once said.
No. Smells spicy.
Oh, mate, you are You are done.
Oh, wow. That's spicy. My tongue is like tingling. That's like a really, really strong, like a spicy mustard.
Yeah, look at his face. Did you see that pause for like a second where he was like... Has anyone done that where they've ate something where they didn't expect it to be as spicy as what it is? You just instantly regret that you ever put that in your mouth. You just know that you can't stop what's coming. It's one of the worst feelings ever. You're like... Honestly, this is so spicy. I think his top bun is just gonna fall off. Like, genuinely, it's gonna run off. You know, like in The Simpsons, where Snake has the evil hair, and it just kind of latches itself onto people. That's what's gonna happen with this hair now.
Okay, we absolutely love the mustard in the steak, but the question is, what else does the Coleman's mustard go on? Let me know in the comments.
I don't know.
It's one of the buses. I've seen these in the movies. It's a cool sculpture. They have one like it in Philly. Is jaywalking illegal here?
How do they not get confused driving on this side of the street?
Do you think one of them will give me their number? Hey, horsey! So is this it? What else is there to do here?
Horsey! I'm a female! Sorry, she did look a little bit like that person.
Look at the horses! They need to clean this water. Do you think the queen's home? She just died. Look, they have a dog! Oh my god, Soho! I feel like I'm home!
You know, people that are from London watching this, like, especially if you take, like, if your daily commute is in central London, are you constantly, like, navigating tourists? I've always wondered what it would be like to live in a place where it's mostly tourism. Like, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. Like, you just see these places every day and people come and they're, like, completely shocked by it. It must just be, like, a weird kind of mind every single day on the way to work. I guess if you've always lived there, you're used to it, but I just couldn't imagine me walking down the street in Newcastle and someone going, oh my god, a Weatherspoons! It must just be like so strange.
Never believed the whole, oh, Americans in Europe are so bad. Yesterday I sat down at a burger restaurant and asked for American cheese. Everybody laughed. That's not a thing here. It's okay though, Carter. It's just one time. It couldn't get worse.
Wait. Is that not just cheese? Wait, like, I wouldn't go to America and be like, yeah, just some straight British cheese, thank you very much. Wait, I know Subway call it American cheese, but obviously Subway's like an American chain. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm the idiot. I'm having a realization here. I am the absolute freak here. I just thought American cheese was just normal cheese slices. It's not. So is that basically like burger cheese? So I was kind of half right. It's just that weird cheese that comes in a packaging that me mum used to put in me sandwiches for school that people would take the out of us for. Could someone like Jimmy Kimmel even exist in Germany? Yeah, I don't know if Germany's ready for Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is a comedian who appears on American television every week now. He is known for making political jibes at the current president and ruling party. My question is, would this even be tolerated in Germany? In the US, licenses to broadcast over the public airways are granted by the government to private companies, and the broadcasting antennas are all separately owned by other private companies. In Germany, on all broadcast facilities owned by the government are the people who appear on television, government employees essentially. Would a comedian be able to appear on German television and criticise Friedrich Merz consistently night after night? Genuinely, Jimmy Kimmel wouldn't be even one of the most outrageous things that's on German television. Like, I've been to Germany twice and just, you know, turning the telly on, I was gobsmacked at what was on just the normal telly there. I couldn't understand anything, but just the pictures were enough. I remember the first time that I got off the plane in Germany and I walked past a bus stop. There was a naked woman on the bus stop, like a poster, not an actual one, just standing there luckily. I was like, oh my god, this place is mental. I'm pretty sure Jimmy Kimmel will be okay. I don't think Jimmy Kimmel would air his show in Germany and everyone would be like, oh my god, this is the worst thing that's ever happened in Germany. Jimmy Kimmel doing a one-liner about the president. Oh, this country will never recover from this. I want to know who wrote this and who thinks like Jimmy Kimmel's like really out there, like, oh my god, what? Okay, we've got another one about Germany here. Alright, this question is for Germans. The question is, do you guys actually have Aldi in Germany? And Lidl actually reply to this saying 9. What, the supermarket that was made in Germany for some reason just wouldn't have any stores in Germany. Yeah, that actually does make sense, to be fair. In what world would this make any sense?
What I love about the UK is that you guys will throw a festival or a show for anything. I just got introduced to the British Flower Show here at Blenheim Palace. I've never been to a flower show before, but I gotta show some respect for it. The effort that goes into some of these things that you guys do here, it's just amazing. The floral design, we're in a big canopy. Flowers everywhere.
Why is this so true? You just take that as normal. Like, when I was growing up, there was always the Chelsea Flower Show. It was on ITV, and every time it was on, I'd be like, oh, why is this on? Like, who wants to look at flowers? Whereas now that I'm older, if I was passing a flower show, I'd be like, do you want to just go and look at the flowers? Like, I see the vision now. I see why people like it. But why do we throw festivals for it? It's so strange. I remember when I was younger, in my hometown, there was a CD festival, DVD festival, where basically everyone, like, brought their DVDs and you just looked at them. Not to buy. Like, they weren't selling them. They just had them all laid out. And, like, you would just walk and you'd go, oh, yeah. Yeah, The Little Mermaid, that's a good one. Literally, that's all it was. I swear. Like, I'm pretty sure, I was young at the time, but I'm pretty sure they weren't selling them. They were just showing them off as if they were the ones that made the movies. I'm just thinking about this on the top of my head. That was so strange. People just laid them out on the grass. Why did people do that? I need to ask me mum. What the hell?
What about British people, like, it really bothers you?
Their teeth.
Do you think they can fix it?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
What about the teeth really turns you off?
They're there. They're big.
Are there any British people you like?
Yeah. I don't have one off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is one. Like, I know there is. I just don't know their names right now.
Absolute twat. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Absolute bellend. Right, that sign was made for him. Right, we've got perfectly good teeth over here. Thank you very much. I don't need to prove it. Just trust me words. Thank you very much. Most of us definitely don't take a cheap flight to Turkey and get it all sorted. Definitely not. Why is that a thing, though? Like, when you see Americans, not all Americans, obviously, in total, Americans do have better teeth than British people. What is it about us that makes us have this teeth? Like, why aren't our teeth straight? Like, when I was 12, why did I have to go to an orthodontist and get braces on? And then I had to have them on for 2 years. I have a retainer in for a year later, and then they still just go back to what they were like before. Like, why is this a thing?
The craziest thing about going to Europe as an American, for me, was seeing the way that white people's skin ages in its natural habitat. Because I've lived in California my entire life, and my skin has visible sun damage everywhere. Like, you know, there's these sunspots, these freckles, these like really fine lines that come from tanning and burning and blah, blah, blah. And everyone I know who's white, who has lived in the same area, they have a similar situation. If you look closely, there's sun damage all over their skin. I'm not saying it's a tragedy. I'm just saying, like, that's a fact of life.
Come on, move it on, fella. Keep going here. Get your point.
I saw white people who were, like, full-grown, like, 50-year-old adults with basically no sun damage. Like, if you looked at them, obviously they were, like, you could tell that they were 50. They had normal wrinkles from, like, being alive for that long and smiling and laughing and whatever. But, like, they didn't have, like, sun damage wrinkles or spots or freckles or anything. They didn't have...
One thing I will say is it is definitely, you know, the UV rays in California is a lot higher than what it will be in Poland. Like, I've just checked, and it's 16 degrees Celsius in Poland right now, and this is, you know, the meant to be the best part of summer. I'm not saying that Poland doesn't have, obviously, really sunny days. It's probably a lot like the UK's climate, but we just don't have as much sun here. That's probably why you don't see people with such, you know, like, effects of the sun. You want to go to Benidorm and look at British people in Benidorm, then you will see the effects of the sun on European people's skin. People that aren't used to that climate.
Have, like, any of this stuff. They were just, like, flat white. Like, just completely white. Like, alabaster. And it was crazy because I've never even, like, seriously thought that was possible. I didn't know.
Let me have a look at the Poland football team. I mean, yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. They are some white men. Some lovely skinned men. Right? In a very heterosexual way. But very white men. Okay, like, this might be the whitest football team I've ever seen. They even play in white. Right? They're like, you know what? We know. We don't have sun damage off the sun. Very white football team. This man is very correct in that sentence. It's so funny that like an American would come to a country like that and notice something like that, because I would just never notice like the effects of sun damage on people's skin. Like that's something I just wouldn't kind of even process when I go to another country.
Ow! What is that? What is this?
That's a saveloy.
What's a saveloy?
Like a sausage.
A sausage with French fries. Oh gosh. I don't even like American hot dogs. What? With ketchup and mustard?
By the way, I have such nice memories of Savoy's. My like nana used to take us to a place called Dixon's. I don't know if this is just a northern thing. It's like a butcher's kind of shop where they sell basically just meat, I think. But she used to take me in there and used to like order like one Savoy, and it would come in like just like a little plastic packet, and I would hold it like this, so I would literally just have like this floppy sausage. I'd have like this floppy sausage in me hand, and then I'd just like chomp on it. I don't know why it's that. My brain's trying to make us think this is weird, but it's not. It's literally just a sausage in your, hand. Nothing wrong with the sausage in your hand, guys. All right.
Oh, these are my least favorite foods besides French fries. We'll see. I'm really sensitive, but here we go.
Wait, so this is the American hot dog, okay? If she doesn't like American hot dogs, she's gonna hate Savoy's.
I'm so scared. This looks like a nasty raw dog.
Oh.
And the skin is still on it?
That's
you eat
banging
it with the skin?
that. Yeah. Yes, eat the skin.
Here we go. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Let me try a chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, love. That's what I'm talking about. Right? I'll give it to you. Looking at a Savoy from the exterior, it's overwhelming, okay? It's very overwhelming. It's like going to a street dance class, okay? You look at the outside of the building, you're like, God, this is like so intimidating. You might see a couple of people in the window giving it all this, and you're like, all right, I don't know if this is the place for me. Once you step inside, once you welcome the overwhelmingness of it, once you embrace it and you consume it, your life changes forever. You know what I mean? That's not a niche experience at all. It's unbelievable. If you haven't already, right, I'm gonna set you some homework. This week, I want you to try a Savoy, okay? And then whatever video I upload after, you know, you've tried the Savoy, or even come back to this video, let me know your thoughts. I guarantee it will change your life. Gonna invest in Savoy stocks now. They're about to go up about 2p.
I find it really hard to be intimidated by like the UK accent.
Oh yeah,
I was watching that show Top Boy, which is mad good.
Top Boy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Don't do it,
bro. And I'm just like, these dudes like roll up on people and like, oh, you freaking calm down.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yo, bro.
Oh, it's all fun and games until you get stabbed.
Well, yeah,
yeah, you know
everything. You get stabbed, but also I'd be like, bro.
Oh, you're doing the thing.
That's real.
I feel like it would be even funnier in like the scarier situations, like soccer hooligans that like just don't make a lick of sense. So they'll come up and be like, "Oi, let me tell you, sure, go and do it, go and punish it."
I really like this podcast. It's called The Basement Yacht. It is quite funny because I feel like UK people probably feel the same about American. I don't know why it's a thing, but like I don't feel like I could be intimidated by an American because you just sound like you're out of a movie. I also get why Americans wouldn't be intimidated by people from the UK. Like it works both ways.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "This is funny," and then I'm dead.
I'd be like, "Dude, Liverpool or something." I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know. Those soccer hooligans take it serious.
Yeah, they don't play games. The players play the game, but they don't play a game about the game. They don't play games about the game.
The only like UK accent that I actually do find a little bit intimidating is like it's like rural Yorkshire. You go to pub. Like, I know it sounds funny, but I do find it intimidating because I'm like, they're like, I think Yorkshire people are just hard as hell. They're just really hard. Like, whenever I meet someone from Yorkshire, they're always just built different. Like, even if they don't go to the gym, it's like do you know that thing that's going around at the minute where it's like 100 men versus a gorilla? It would take one Yorkshire man to defeat a gorilla. Like, they're just built different. I've met loads of Yorkshire people. They're just built different. London, the accent's not intimidating whatsoever. Like, it in my opinion, it just doesn't. I think it's because you hear it so often. Kind of lost its scariness. But when you meet a rural Yorkshirean, is that what you say? They're mental. Don't want to mess with them. I remember when I used to play for the county football, and we used to pick somebody up from like South Yorkshire or North Yorkshire. And some of the places, it's like going through like wasteland. It's like you're on Route 66 in America. It's like, what? There's a house over there? Scary people.
Coming from Spain, where that's all Spanish, I tried to pay a taxi driver in pesos. Sir, I was in Mexico with pesos.
The language doesn't dictate what the money is.
What? So he was in Spain and he tried to pay for it with pesos, but obviously that's the currency of Mexico. He thought just because they speak Spanish in Mexico that this guy would take it, as if one time he just is going to go to Mexico because he speaks Spanish. Honestly, that is actually like the wildest form of logic that this guy used. Obviously he's joking about it now, but at the time I imagine he was deadly serious. That's like me going to Barbados where the primary language is English and me thinking I could just spend with pounds there instead of like Bajan dollars, I think it's called. Gonna seem so clever there, as if I haven't just got that up on Google what the currency is. Ignore that, right? That was just off the top of my head. I was just checking that Google was right. Just trying to keep Google on its toes, guys. That's kind of what I like to do in my spare time. Sometimes I'll just Google stuff to see if I can like catch Google out, you know, if it's on like its dinner break or something and it gets something wrong. I'm like, ha ha ha! Got you eventually. Okay, so this video is someone from the UK actually in America saying what Americans think the UK is like.
We're just in the Great Britain section of Epcot around the world, and I'm going to show you what Americans think of Britain. Red post boxes, lampposts, and a telephone box. A castle with toilets built into it, gentlemen and ladies restrooms. The Rose and Crown pub.
I feel like when there's things around the world that are dedicated to what the UK is like, I feel like they need to be more honest. Like, this is great, you know, to kind of show us in a really good light, and we do have really good things over here. Like, the UK at the minute is very just down in the dumps, but we have really nice places here. But be more honest, America. I want to see Sunderland High Street. Okay, I want to see like 40 just people, you know, like high on asking you for a fight. That's the real UK. I want to see my culture over there. I want to see the real streets of the UK, not this crap.
This is the other side of the castle looking building, playing some funky royal music, and it's quite fitting right now because it is raining in Florida as we are in.
Wait, is this what they think houses in England look like? I've never seen a house like this in England.
There is a tea shop, another pub looking thing like a Shakespeare house, an afternoon tea in this window, the Queen's table.
No wonder like Americans do come to like Europe and the UK especially and, you know, get a little bit of a shock because this is what they're told that it's actually like.
First fish and chips in the UK and garlic cheese bread mukbang. And this fish is a big...
Jumped right in the deep end there, haven't you? Oh, I fell. I'll just have a just fish and chips and a margarita pizza, please, just for one. Bloody hell. Oh, someone's toilet's getting absolutely schmundingle. Don't even think that's a word. That literally just came off the top of my head right now. Steal that if you want for free. Schmundingle. If someone destroys something, cool, you've absolutely schmundingled that. I would never have guessed you would say that. Also, why does this kind of look like a fucking ball? This doesn't look like a fish. Do you get it? Like, can you see, like, he has the shaft, then he has the balls. It's like a cold day, obviously. Shriveled.
Fish usually upsets my stomach, but my dad said I have to get it here, so cheers.
Fish usually upsets his stomach. Yeah, he decided to get the biggest one and also a margarita pizza.
Oh my god. Fish and chips used to be my favorite as a kid, and this is the best I've ever had.
That does
I'm
look
gonna have
nice.
a chip.
It makes me want fish and chips.
Are they supposed to be like normal fries? Because if they are, they're really bland. I'm gonna eat it like a slice of pizza. This might be a dumb question, but what makes the fish and chips so special here?
Good question. Thanks for asking that, actually. Great question. Right, thanks a little bit audience participation here. Great to see. You don't often get it on this channel. I'm always asking them the questions. They rarely ask me it. It's the sauces and the salt and vinegar. Like, fish and chips by itself arguably is quite bland. Like, it's the sauces that make it, and it's the, you know, the vinegar and the salt that makes it, really. So the fact that you're kind of eating this just bare, I'm not going to mock you for saying it's bland, because I would probably agree. I can see why you're confused to why we all love this meal.
Like, do they just catch them over there, or do they invent them, or like what? I'm gonna try the cheesy garlic bread. I'm not the biggest fan of cheese, but I just want pizza, and this looks like pizza.
That's lush.
It like tastes like my childhood, but like only the bad parts of it.
It tastes like the bad part of my childhood. A little bit of trauma dump there. That's what garlic bread will do to you. It'll reveal your darkest secrets that you've kept in. If you want someone to tell the truth, guys, just make sure you get them just some Some garlic bread from like a pizza shop. Oh, it's like, is it Polyjuice Potion? Is that what they call it in Harry Potter, where they give Professor Moody and he just exposes all these lies? That's what it's like. Right, get someone some cheesy garlic bread.
Part 2 of things in a British supermarket which might confuse Americans. Olive roll, which is beef paste pickled up.
I never thought I would see an American say the word bovril. That is hilarious that he's like zoomed in and went, it's some sort of fucking paste.
Pickled onion space raiders. Yes. The crisps are shaped like alien faces. Malt loaf.
Wait, you don't have those in America? Oh my god, they're like the best crisps ever. They're the stinkiest crisps ever. Like, you know, if someone you fancy eats them, you're probably not going to want to kiss them after, right? But can't lie, beef ones are the best. Any Americans out there that are living in the UK, get yourself a pack of beef Space Raiders. Proper cheap as well. If you want a budget, get them. They're a lot cheaper than the Walkers and all that. Get yourself some Space Raiders. Stink the gaff out.
Malt loaf. I literally have no idea what this is, but
I don't either, to be fair. I normally avoid that.
Is it a cake? Is it a cookie? No one really knows. But yeah, orange and chocolate isn't really much of a thing in the US. Tinnies galore of any sort of alcohol you could ever want. Yeah, we have White Claws, but sadly, not tinnies to this extent. Scotch.
I love that he calls them tinnies. That's so cute. The reason I think the UK has so much alcohol is because when you get over 18, there's not many things that you can do apart from drink alcohol here. In America, there seems like there's loads more that you guys have for entertainment. Here, everything revolves around drinking. You go out with your mates through the day, you're going to go day drinking. You go on a night time, she'll get some drinks in. Everything revolves around drinking. And if it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't hit the same, unfortunately. I don't even know what there is to do in Newcastle that doesn't involve drinking. You could do an escape room, but if you drink, it just makes it funner. You go for crazy golf, have a drink, makes it funner. Again, this is not me trying to promote. I realise I'm kind of motivating you to drink here. I'm just saying this is from my perspective. It just makes everything that's a bit less
European things that make absolutely no sense as an American who's exclusively dated European men for some reason. You know, they don't have black.
Oh, alright, fetishizing with fire, it's fine, it's alright. My culture's not your weapon to have on your arm, love. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
You know, they don't have black coffee over there. I feel like it's the most basic coffee thing. I don't know why they don't have it. I don't like it.
We do have black coffee. Like, loads of people get black coffee. And also, like, how would we not have this over here? It's just coffee and boiling water. So obviously, if you want that, you can get that here. Or in Europe, like in a European country, it's the most basic coffee. If you want a certain type of milk, then okay, you've got like a little bit of, you know, like uncertainty if they're gonna have like oat milk or alternative milk. But you can get black coffee pretty much anywhere, I'm pretty sure.
Heavy eye contact when you like cheers with your drink. It's so intense and scary. In England specifically, people are always yelling at each other.
Is that true? When you cheers? I feel like I'm looking at the glasses, making sure that, you know, I don't spill mine. You know, if it's quite a lot of people. Like Chloe told me that apparently if you cheers and you don't hit the, you know, the glass on a table, that's like 10 years of bad it's not helping her. So
England specifically, people are always yelling at each other and getting into fights. In America, one of those people is going to have a gun. You don't want to do that. There, no fear. It's crazy.
I don't, like, where does this person live? Maybe she, like, resides in a village in the middle of nowhere. I know, like, on a night out, you will see, like, 1 or 2 fights, but is everyone fighting? I want to know where she lives, and is it possibly Sunderland? I had to get that in. Yeah, that is true, to be fair, though. Like, people don't really have a worry. Like, I know knife crime's very big over here, but you don't really have to worry about someone having a gun. Like, a lot of the time when people are trying to have a fight as well, they're not even really trying to have a fight. They're just trying to appear that they want to fight, but they don't actually want to go through with it. A lot of the time, they're just hoping that someone holds them back, and they go, oh, hell, if he wasn't there right now, you wouldn't be there. Oh, God, oh, yeah, oh, God.
American girl living in London. I'm trying the Greg's sausage roll for the first time.
Come on.
So a couple months ago, I went there and I tried the pizza, which I thought was good. And everybody told me you don't go there and not get the sausage roll.
True.
So I'm going to try it. It was only £1.55, which I would say is a steal, but also makes me feel like it's made from trash.
I've never seen anybody complain that a sausage roll isn't more expensive. That's a good thing, that it's cheap.
Let's see what's up.
Banging. Oh, straight away she doesn't like the texture. You can see on her face. Nah. Is that good?
I don't like it. No. It's a no for me, dog. 2 out of 10. Pizza.
Well, I don't like you, so what you got to say about it now? How dare you come to my land, yes, my land, and you slate the very thing this whole country's built on. How dare you, under my roof, you slate the Greg sausage roll. I'm not having it, love. I'm putting me foot down. You can't see, but it's down and it's staying down. I have never seen anybody say that they don't like the Greg sausage roll. It's wildly renowned that the Greg sausage roll is the pinnacle of sausage rolls. You can't get any better than the Greg sausage roll. Okay, love? Yes, you can get, like, you know, ones that are infused with sage and all of that kind of extra shit. But when it's a sausage roll by itself, you can't get better than Greg's, alright? I would defend that sausage roll with me life. Well, maybe it's not with me life. You know, if someone was like going towards a sausage roll and was like adamant that they wanted to like stab it up, I'm not gonna jump in the way of that. But you know what I mean? I feel some sort of emotion towards them. I was thinking the other day, shows how boring my life is. I was thinking how many Greg sausage rolls have I actually consumed in my life? And I was trying to count. Don't know why. I live a very boring life, I think. Okay, we've got an American rating British things here. So this guy's rated a Tesco meal deal 8.7 out of 10. What's he went for? Okay, is he went for a chicken triple there? He's also went for some flame grilled steak McCoys and a box of Jaffa cakes. Alright, seasoned veteran. This is not this guy's first meal deal. I don't believe it. By the way, we need to do another meal deal video, don't we? I feel like one of my meal deal videos has been going back into the algorithm because I've been getting so many Instagram DMs, like people sending me their meal deal. By the way, follow us on Instagram at Kirkham, right? What you doing? Get on that. I post every day on stories. Why aren't you following us over there? Brown sauce, 2 out of 10. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of brown sauce. People say you should have it in sausage sandwiches. I can't do it. It's too, like, sweet. I don't know if it's, like, I don't like beer. Like, I'm just not that much of a man yet. You get your full knighthood of being a masculine figure when you like beer and HP sauce, and I don't like either. So I'm just not on the road to that glory. Wagamamas. Wait, is Wagamamas just a UK thing? By the way, solid choice. Katsu curry. Oh, and also the salad with the little dressing. I need to become a food reviewer and I would just go to Wagamamas every day. Only thing about Wagamamas though, the price. A little bit extortionate, especially for like chain food, in my opinion. Top shelf of the double-decker bus. To be fair, being an American and going to the back of the bus is pretty crazy. You're asking for violence there, fella, so I respect you. He even got a scone. I love how in the place where he's got a scone, it's just old people. Any place that sells scones as their main, like, kind of food, it will just be filled with people who claim their pension. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. 10 out of 10, my English dream, the pub. Oh, I mean, they're playing, oh, that is pool. I thought it was snooker. That looks like a big table. There's nothing better than going to the snooker club with your mates. That's like a proper British thing. Getting a pint of record leg for me. Obviously, I'm not a man. Unbelievable. Nothing better, man. Some of my mates actually bring their own pool cues to the snooker hall. That's how, like, invested they are. He's put roast dinner 7 out of 10. Why is there blood on this roast dinner? Am I being an idiot? Do I actually live in the UK? What is that? Like, why is it all over? Did they kill the chicken on the plate? American tourists drive through pedestrian area in Munich.
Everybody's staring.
Oh, it's okay. Oh,
No,
look
at all them. Look at all them. They're not. They're all staring.
You should drive through that tunnel right there.
What? Drive through the tunnel? Go back the way you came.
Yeah, go back the way you came, please.
Take a left.
Dad, careful.
Watch out for people, though.
I thought that was weird to have a flower pot in the middle of the road.
Well, I can't get through there. Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I could.
Dad?
Don't, no, just go away. No, please.
You are not going through a tunnel.
Like, how did you get to here? Surely the map didn't take you this way. You're on Waze, so I know it wouldn't have took you this way. To be fair, actually, Waze does take you down, like, the weirdest route sometimes. But I feel like it always sticks to the road. This is clearly, like, a shopping centre. Like, surely you turn around as soon as you know that you're in the shopping centre. Or at least, like, you have a slight suspicion that you're going where cars can't go. Like, normally there will be a sign saying, oh, you can't drive past this point. So I don't understand how you actually have got to this point. It's the fact they're filming everyone and going, why are they staring? It's like, well, obviously, because you're driving where you can't drive and you're also driving past like this. Obviously, they're going to stare.
Are you American?
Yeah, I'm American.
Would you say you're smart? Are you intelligent?
I would say I'm smart.
Okay. Name 5 countries in Europe.
Moscow? Is Paris?
Did he actually ask her that? Like, I'm trying to defend her here. I'm like, did he actually ask her cities and then he cut it and changed the question? Or does she really just think Paris and Moscow is a country? Because that is equally as hilarious. Like, surely, you know, Paris is in France. Maybe they don't actually. Maybe they am giving a little bit more credit than, you know, they probably need. I know I have, you know, like, I have like a 10% American audience. You love to laugh at yourselves, right? I appreciate it. Surely the Americans watching this know that Paris is not a country, right? Like, you know that.
A very interesting place yesterday called Birmingham. Not Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And it was incredible. It was a wonderful place. The people were so kind, and generous hearted, I guess. But their accents were incredible. So they would sound like, "Oh, you're right, Bab. How you doing? Yeah. No, I'm fine, actually. No, that's lovely. Oh, do you want a table here, Bab? Yeah, lovely." I just thought it's an incredible cadence.
Why was that, like, so on point? That was, like, too good. Like, I don't know if he's faking the American accent now or the Brummy accent. To be fair, I don't want to take the piss out of, but I take the piss out of Birmingham too much. I feel like I just had a bad experience there when I used to play. I used to play academy football and I played against Birmingham. And I just had a bad experience in the city the morning of and the night before. Just not a fan. But if I go back, I probably would like it. It was just that one night. St Andrew's Stadium, it just traumatized us. One thing I will say though, right? I feel, right, I'm probably hot take. I feel like the Brummy accent is always, like, whenever it's like, what's the worst accent in the UK? It's always Birmingham is always named, okay? I don't feel like it's that bad. I actually kind of like it in a weird way because it's different. I think I might be the only person outside of Birmingham that likes the Birmingham accent. I actually think it's kind of, it just gives you a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit of variety.
American living in the UK, these are the craziest things I've heard British people say. Part 2. This one is chuffed to bits. I'm guessing he's very satisfied. Like, "Oh, I'm chuffed to bits, mate." And I'm just like, I'm like, happy. Like, is gobsmacked. Like, man, I'm gobsmacked. I've heard this way too many times, so it must be a very common one. Next one, and I just heard this, and that's miffed. I don't know what it means. I heard someone on the subway was like, "Oh, mate, I was miffed." So I'm guessing pissed.
That's like angry. Like, oh, miffed at him. Like, I'm angry. Oh, God, I could just burn his penis in some shepherd's pie right now. I will give it to Americans, like, some British phrases really don't sound that. Like, when we're angry, we use words that doesn't seem like we're angry. Like, gobsmacked is so unaggressive, but that's actually really aggressive. Like, if someone in the UK is gobsmacked, you've done something pretty horrific to them.
European.
Okay, even I'm a bit disgusted by that. This video is meant to be me enlightening Americans about, like, oh, possibly, you know, this is what this is for, just to, you know, give you a broader perspective on the world. I'm as confused as you at some videos in this. Wait, so everyone just uses that after they've put their fingers up their arse? Well, hopefully not. That's no way to clean it. You know what I just walk out with my hands. I'm not doing that. Don't want to pick any excess stuff up.
This British person is telling us to get crisps, cheese and onions specifically, and get a piece of buttered bread and put some in and fold that single piece in half.
That's pretty interesting. If it's British, we gotta try it.
Let's try it.
I love that the little girl is dressed like Stormzy in that Shut Up video. Don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if she is a Stormzy fan. Crisp sandwich? Tell my man shut up. What?
Look what I brought all the way back from London. Potato, cheese, and onion.
Tato? What the f is a tato? Am I living in England right now? What is a tato? Oh, they're Irish. Okay, right, they're Irish. Right, okay. They're not, like, from the UK, they're Irish. That's why I didn't know about them. So, apparently they're, like, beloved in Ireland. Apologies to any Irish people that were like, I hate you now. I didn't know. They're not that big over in England. I mean, I've never even seen these on the shelf. Oh, I've never even took notice of them. So this is an Irish crisp sandwich. Not a British one. Alright, love. Just so we're clear.
Aren't those Irish?
Oh, I think they are Irish, but that also makes them British, yeah?
I think the Irish would disagree.
Okay, well let's make the potato, cheese, and onion crisp sandwich.
Yeah.
Alright. Little bit of internal family conflict here. Mum seems like she was biting her tongue a little bit there. But, you know, Let's hope the emotions turn more positive.
Now let's pour on the Irish Tayto crisps. I think now we have...
By the way, where do these people live? Like in the middle of a centre park? This is incredible. Like this is their back garden. They look like they live in the house from Twilight that all the Cullens live in.
Do it. Woo!
Do you know what's so funny? It's like, well, at least from my experience, having a crisp sandwich is when you're skint, right? You've got no money to buy like anything else for like lunch, or you've just haven't went to the shop and that's all you've got. You've got bread and crisps. It's not really something that you would have as a first choice. It's just something that's there. Yet they're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, man. What? Oh my god, can we have a crisp sandwich every day, man? My skintness is not for you to cosplay. No, this is kind of funny. They don't know. It is fun having a crisp sandwich. It is. Not when you've got to have one every single day, but you know, one off having a crisp sandwich. Only thing is though, you have to pick the right flavour. Personally, I feel like salt and vinegar. Just saying.
Another spoon! We're gonna give it a try for the first time. Let's see how it goes. First thing we're gonna do is try to find a bathroom, because we've been wandering around all day and we really gotta go.
Oh, you're love. Trying to find the bathroom in Wetherspoons, you might as well just like set your Apple Watch on to a 10,000 steps. There's not a single chance you're finding that bathroom in the next 10 minutes. They're always in Narnia, man. You've got to go through the wardrobe to get there. Why are Wetherspoons toilets always so far away from like the bar?
It was like a mile away. Why is the bathroom so far?
The pattern on the carpet is like very unique. I've never seen this style before.
That's cool. It almost looks like a patchwork quilt. Now let's peruse the menu and see what we want to order. Okay, so we're thinking probably the all-day brunch. We gotta try an authentic English brunch while we're here.
With black pudding.
Oh yes, with the black pudding. We haven't tried black pudding yet. We don't have that in America, so we gotta give it a try.
And the steak and kidney pudding.
That looks good. Let's give that a try. Okay, here it is. We got our English brunch. Let's see what we got.
They're being really sweet and they're being really nice, and I actually like that they're, you know, trying the Wetherspoons food. But I know, like, from going to Wetherspoons quite regularly, if there was Americans talking loudly and vlogging in the Wetherspoons, everybody will be staring at them.
We got a bit of eggs.
Chips
this is
on
the black pudding. Can't wait to try
on.
that. And look at the beans. Why are there beans with this? Do we eat beans with breakfast here? And some sausage, or some bangers, as we might call them in England. And some, you know, I don't really know what this is. What do you think that is?
Bacon.
It's bacon.
Yes. Maybe that's English bacon? I don't know. We'll give it a try. And what did you get, Jared?
The steak and kidney pudding.
So this gravy that came with it, do we put the gravy on the pudding? We're not too sure. English people help us. What do we do with the gravy?
You do what you want, love. Really, you don't get judged. I mean, I'm a pour all over. Right, I like a messy plate. Some people like to dip. Some people don't even keep it on their plate. Some people put it on the table so they've got more space to manoeuvre their food. Love, world's your oyster. You're not going to get judged here. You do what you want to do with your gravy, love.
Nice gentleman sitting right next to us that just informed us that the gravy does in fact go over the pie. And we're going to pour the gravy on the pie.
Correct?
Are we doing it right? Okay, they said there you go. So I think we're doing it right. All right, we're going to try the steak and kidney pudding for the first time. Let's see how it goes.
It's like nothing I've ever had before. It's good. I can compare it to nothing.
Doesn't compare to anything we have in America. Interesting. Okay, let's try the beans. I mean, they're not bad. They're beans. I'm just not sure why they come with breakfast. Like, I definitely wouldn't eat beans with breakfast.
I mean, like, I think the beans have more of a right to be there than the chips. Like, normally with an all-day breakfast, you don't get chips on it anywhere else. Like, this is just a Spoons thing, I think.
But I mean, not bad. I'm gonna try some of the English bacon. This is very different than the bacon we have at home. So, oh, it's good. It's not as sweet as the bacon we have at home. It's not like a maple bacon. It tastes almost like chicken or turkey, but it's good. I can tell that it's better for you than the bacon that we have in America. Definitely not as greasy, not as thick, not as heavy. It's good. I like the English bacon.
What do you suppose HP...
No, don't do it. Don't do it, fella. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't embarrass yourself. You don't need to step over the bridge today. This is a wall you do not need to cross today, my friend. Don't open that packet, whatever you do.
Okay, we're gonna try the black pudding. Here we go.
Oh boy, I don't know if I want to do this.
I have to not think too hard about what it is, or I'm gonna spit it out. Get it out. That's what she said.
I love these two. They're treated like a bush tucker trial. To be fair, I'm not a black pudding fan. Again, it's because I know what it is. I just can't do it. Like I know. I just can't do it. It's too much for us. I know that's another sign of being hard, that you eat black pudding. I just can't do it. If my family was gonna die and they were like, mate, if you want to save your family, you have to eat this piece of black pudding, I'd probably eat it, but I wouldn't be happy about eating it, you know? I'd make sure to let me family know, like, I literally saved your lives by eating something that I really didn't want to eat. Hope you're happy. His face. See, this is one thing that, like, I always get recommended these TikToks on my For You page. And it's a lot of the time it's like Americans saying, like, why are Europeans so miserable? And I don't know if it genuinely is just a little bit of a cultural difference. Like, let me know if you're American, if in America, is it just the standard that people just talk like kind of top of the voice, like with an outdoor voice? Because in Europe, like, we kind of talk at a quieter level. Like, you kind of just talk loud enough so the person on your table can hear and not anybody else. Yeah, with Americans, it seems like, oh, you just talk as loud as you want and everyone else talks as loud as they want. And then all of the decibels kind of just work themselves out in the atmosphere. Seriously, if we Americans stop visiting the UK, we'll have an economic depression tidal wave. Majority of tourists in Edinburgh are Chinese or European. The world is not just America. Okay, no, I feel like we should be nicer to this person. I really do. I don't think we should, you know, mock the very people that are keeping our, you know, our place alive right now. This is very true though. I am still yet to really, well, to be fair, I live in Newcastle, so it's a lot different. You rarely will ever get an American in Newcastle, like rarely. I can't remember if I've ever actually heard an American in Newcastle. I don't think I have actually. I don't think they know we exist. We're kind of out the picture a little bit. We're basically Scotland, so they're probably just not worried about us. I love that this man single-handedly, like, threatened the entirety of the UK with stopping him coming here.
I don't think that European people are more healthy because they eat better and the food is better. It is that, but they also have junk food. They also have sugar. They also have all these things.
Smoking a ton of cigarettes and drinking wine.
Exactly. I think it's because they walk.
Yeah, they walk everywhere and like they're less stressed, straight up.
Yes, like I think it genuinely is the walking, the stress, and the community.
Do you know, like, when you watch a podcast with, like, lads on it and you're like, they have no clue what they're talking about? Like, you know, that them young lads on the podcast talking about doing more beer, right? When they're, like, 16 and obviously have just never been. This is, like, the lasses equivalent of it. You're just talking on something you have no idea about. People in Europe aren't less stressed than people in America. Maybe, you know what, I'll give you it. Some countries in Europe, maybe, but not the UK. I feel like people in the UK are as equally as stressed as Americans, if not more stressed, arguably, because we're just more condensed here. Like, there's a lot of people in such a much smaller, you know, surface area, as well as everything else going on at the moment. American tries Greggs for the first time. Oh, yes!
Hi, I'm an American here, first time in the UK, here to try out the famous Greggs.
Okay, so before by the way, just before they try this food, sorry, where is this Greggs? This looks like the most Americanified Greggs ever. Like, normal Greggs are just on, like, a high street. Sometimes they'll have, like, a window smashed in. This looks like it's in some sort of dystopian land. It looks like it's outside of some sort of embassy. Look at all the flags here.
Okay, so you're trying out
here we go.
Sausage, beans, and cheese. This one doesn't look like it's super fresh, but still good. So go ahead and give it a whirl. I've already had these. I'm just eating them because I enjoy eating them. There's a plane.
Oh, I really hope he likes this. Please like it, Pops. Please. Oh, the sniff test.
Smells like a pastry.
Well, that's a good check. Pass the first test.
Love the texture.
Alright.
That's one thing I noticed in all the foods I've been tested with from the UK. They focus a lot on texture.
Okay. What about the taste of it, fella? You like it?
You've had cheesy
beans. They said about 4 bites there.
Love that.
But you got cheesy beans and the sausage that you had in the sausage roll. So when these things are piping hot fresh, it's really hard to beat.
See, that is the thing, right? We've got a cultured American here. He knows that this isn't probably the best version of the Greggs I have them because it's a little bit cold. You need to get them when they're freshly been put out, right? If you're in the queue and you see that, you know, there's a little bit of an empty kind of tray there, just give it a couple of minutes, right? Just go outside, right? Just have a bit of a vape or just chill, go on your phone for a little bit. Once you see that new batch of pastries, oh, trust me, it will be worth every single minute you spent outside. When it's piping hot, when you take your first bite and it nearly blows your socks off. Oh, I can taste it right now. Also, this is another example of, like, everything inside of this pie looks disgusting, but just because it's in like a pastry and looks nice, it makes it lush. UK food doesn't look good, but it tastes good, okay?
Growing up in Hawaii, we ate pork and beans and bread. Not toast like the UK. Bread. And I like this better. I love pork and beans, but this rivals.
When it's packaged nicely.
Get in! Okay! I'll take that as a W for the UK. He said it was better than his hometown food. I'll take it. Thank you very much, Pops. You're welcome anytime. If you want to come round to mine for tea, right, or we can even, go to Greg's. Guess what? Next to mine there's a Greg's drive-thru. That's how much we love Greg's where I'm from.
Can someone please tell me why all cashiers in Europe are allowed to sit while working? Why are they not standing like normal American cashiers? I really don't get it, and I find European cashiers extremely lazy.
I mean, does it really affect your experience? Your items end up in the same place, whether the person's, sitting down, standing up, upside down, doing cartwheels. If the person's not even there, self-checkout. It all ends up in the same place, so why does it matter if the person is standing up or sitting down? It really doesn't affect your experience. If you go to a supermarket and complain that the people are sitting down, I feel like that's more of a reflection on, the type of person you are rather than them. You know what? There actually will be people that'll walk into supermarkets and go, oh, no, I don't agree with that. No, back in my day, we used to stand up. Every single item I was standing up for. Didn't sit down. This generation have gone soft. Always want to sit down, don't they? Oh, they're just so lazy, mate. Honestly, wouldn't get that nowadays. No, you wouldn't.
I'm an American. Let's try some UK chocolate. I have this giant container of Cadbury.
See, this freaks us out. This really, really freaks us out because what do you mean that Cadbury's miniature heroes don't exist in America? This is such a staple piece of, Christmas over here. This just makes me feel so small. Like, my whole life's a lie. I thought everyone had these at Christmas. Clearly not. Surely you have celebrations over there. Please say you've got celebrations over there, the Americans. If you don't, just say yes, just so I don't have an existential crisis.
Let me know in the comments why these are called heroes. Are these, the most beloved Cadbury bars?
I think so.
I can't remember what I've had out of these bars. I think I've had one or two of these. I know I have not had a fudge.
Oh, fudge. That changed my life the first time I had one of them. And then you can get the longer... Oh. Someone cooked that day when they made fudges. My lord. Oh.
Bar, so we're going to start with that. I'm so excited.
I love that Americans feel freaked out, eating chocolate over here. They all take the littlest of nibbles. They don't just put it in. Unreal, right?
Shut up. Shut up. That is freaking delicious.
Yeah, I know, love. Yeah, I know. I literally know. Okay, right. Late at the party. Just saying.
That's a really weird texture, but pretty good. Doesn't blow me away.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think twirls are aimed to blow people away. They're just kind of like what it says on the tin, it does, right? It twirls, okay? And all the times that's twirly, right? That's all I'm here for. I'm not trying to create fireworks. I'm just trying to create a solid product. One thing I really do like about twirls as well, especially when you get the bigger packets, is you get two of them. What? That's so nice. They put a second one in there. For what reason? I don't know, but I appreciate it. Okay? They very easily could have put one twirl in there, but one twirl's not enough. After you've had both the twirls in the packet, you're like, you know what? I feel satisfied here.
Yep.
Oh, we've got another
I got a jam donut.
Donut!
I got a chicken bake. And unfortunately, they were out of sausage rolls. Just kidding. The sausage roll.
Why does that one look so majestic? That right there might be the best sausage roll that Greg's has ever made. Just look at the gradient of the colours. It starts off kind of light, and then it goes into dark, and then it goes light again, and then the outside is Whoever cooked this sausage roll, you deserve a pay rise because this is magical. If anything, I'm kind of proud of the UK right now. We've given a visitor one of our greatest ever productions at its top tier level. This is where talent and hard work come together and just become optimal level. This is unbelievable.
I'm not going to start with the donut first. That was a rookie move. I'm a veteran now. I know better. We're going straight for the sausage roll. Here we go.
That looks tiny in his hand.
Oh. You know what I like the best about it is the pastry part. It was buttery. Buttery. That's delicious. Hold on. Got my flat white. All right, that's amazing. Wow.
My guilty pleasure is watching people try food that I've already tasted and just seeing what their reaction is. I don't know why. We've done so many videos lately of me just reacting to people trying food. I love it. I just feel in complete bliss. Did you see the smirk on my face when I was watching him? I love that he's enjoying something that I like. I take tremendous pleasure out of that, and I don't know why.
Alright, next up, chicken bake.
Controversial choice.
Oh, I did not expect that. Oh man, it's like the steak bake, but with chicken and like a creamy sauce. Yeah, but it's like instead of like that stew gravy or whatever it is, this is like a white sauce.
Yeah, I can't lie, the chicken bake does freak me out as well, fella. Like, I don't like that it's white sauce. It just really kind of throws us off. Like, I'm like, well, what kind of white sauce is that? It's just, I'm not used to having chicken in white sauce. It just seems too posh for Greg's for me.
Alright, next, the jam donut. Oh my god. And you guys are like, oh, the donuts aren't good there. Way better than American donuts.
I like that somebody likes UK food. This is the first person that's went, yeah, actually, it's better than American food. Normally they slate it. Thank you. Who is this? AJS Lambino. Thank you very much to your service to this country, fella. Promoting it to the world, especially Greg.
Being American in Europe is humbling because I'm at the
I love how Americans say Europe. Being an American in Europe?
Prada Foundation in Milan, and these are the restrooms, but I go in, where's...
That looks like somewhere Eleven would have to go in Stranger Things to, like, contact the dead. These are some fancy-ass bathrooms. What?
These are the restrooms, but I go in, where's the toilet? It's just a mirror. There's a sink in every single stall. There's sinks out here. I have to pee.
Wait. Firstly, I feel like they're urinals, love. There doesn't seem to be any taps on there. That is where men, for some reason, that's a thing where men, like, you know, piss next to each other and rub shoulders and kind of like, well, I don't, but, you know, some men do, and you're like, what the f*** are you looking at? Just quickly, that is a weird thing that we have it in Europe and the UK, like urinals. Why do we do that? Like, why can't we just have toilets like what they do in the women's bathroom? Why do we have to do this in the men's bathroom? I hate it. I'm a nervous and it doesn't help. Anyway, back to the story. She's saying where's the toilet, but I've stopped it on a freeze frame here, where I believe this is exactly where the toilet would be. I don't know because, you know, she hasn't opened the door. So this could just be like, you know, the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and this could go to a different dimension. But I feel like there's a good chance that the toilet could be located in here. Yes, it's a little bit of a weird system. I will give you that. I probably would be confused for about 5 seconds walking into here. But this is clearly a door to a toilet, in my opinion.
We're in Walmart right now, and I'm going to show you some things that would literally throw Europeans in a coma if they saw. Stock is like all the...
Oh. Guys, I think I'm going into a coma. Not toilet roll.
Is an entire aisle of candy.
Whoa, that is so crazy, man. What, like an entire aisle of chocolate? You Americans are dirty, dog. Yeah, we have that. We have that too. We actually have a whole aisle just for biscuits as well. Ooh, I don't want to send any Americans into a coma right now.
Next up are giant canned foods. Tomato sauce. 6 pounds of tomato sauce. Oh, and you're looking for tuna to last you about 5 years? Don't you worry, Walmart has this canned tuna. And we can't forget the pickles, where each pickle is the size to feed a small family. Next up is literally 20 pounds of rice that you can buy.
Yeah, we have all of these things. Like, you literally can get this. You can also get them in, like, pasta varieties. I used to, when I moved out for the first time, it was, like, really cheaper to buy, like, the big bags of pasta where they actually have a handle. And then, you know, that's just cheaper than buying, like, individual packs. And then you can just kind of put sauce, and it's, like, a really cheap meal to have.
All the Clorox and Tide that you can buy. You can literally clean entire apartment building.
She's basically just showing us a supermarket. Like, there's shelves for things. Yeah, this is not, like, that surprising, honestly. I would be more surprised if everything was on the floor. I don't feel shocked by any of this. I mean, those were big pickles. They did catch me off guard a little bit, but not enough to send me into, you know, an eternal sleep. Okay, so we've got a Reddit thread here. This isn't a video. Someone said, are there any major culture shocks for Americans in the UK? And we've just got a few replies. I feel like we should go through them. Don't be alarmed if you see police officers chasing swans. They're not crazy, I assure you. I remember this happened a couple of years ago in the lake that is near where Chloe lives. There was a police officer chasing a swan back into the lake. You know, he just kind of stepped over his boundaries. He was trying to, like, invade the land and we weren't having it. We pushed him back. We told that we said, f off. and not in a whispery way. Okay, still hasn't been out the water since. If you go out for a drink, you will not be going out for a drink. Wait, in America, if you go out, you want to go out for a drink, do you mean like what? In the UK, if someone asks you, do you want to go out for a drink, you're not returning until 3 a.m. That's the crack over here. That's the thing with the UK. We do have a little bit, I don't know if it's a problem, maybe it is. It's a problem for me, where you can't just have one drink. You just can't do it. Like, sorry, I shouldn't say that. You can't do it. I just struggle with that. Once I have one, I'm just gone. I'm absolutely gone. And there's no putting the lid on after that until I crash. Anyway, bit of trauma. I feel like that'll probably be the biggest cultural difference for people from America, is how much drink people from Britain can put away. Like, you know, we start young here, young as 12, a lot of us. A lot of people are retiring at the drinking age that is acceptable in America.
My new favorite thing about the UK, it's like 11 a.m. here, and everybody is out drinking in the morning, like geezers. They're like, it's not people our age, they're like moms and dads just crushing pints at 11 in the morning. Like, is this normal?
This is normal, and we're in Brighton, and it's a Saturday.
Hey, right, 5 p.m. somewhere, okay? We're just drinking for everyone else. This is so true though, because when I lived in London, Chloe would work night shift at Home Bargains, and I would meet her at like 9 p.m. meet her at Wetherspoons for breakfast, and there was people getting on it like every single day. There was people like queuing up at 9 a.m. and having a pint with their full English. Some people are just built different here. Any excuse to drink, people take it here.
What language do you speak in Europe?
European, wait no, a bunch of different languages.
Yay!
Sorry love, gotta take your first answer. Get off! Get off the boo! Get off the stage. European. Oh yeah, that is my favourite language. Little bit of oui monsieur, will you come to me gaff? Just kind of mixing them all into one. Ciao Bella, you f***ing t***s. Oh, it's the best language, European.
What's the capital of Germany?
Hamburg. Is that right?
No. What language do you speak in Russia?
Come on.
I know this.
Come on.
Russian.
Yes!
I'm trying to see this from a bird's eye, right? Because if I just talk from my perspective, I can easily just go, oh, you're so stupid. But I wonder if it's just because they don't learn this. So then they overthink it when it's actually a really easy answer.
What's the capital of Europe? So this is my American friend,
Not
Emma.
again.
Jag ska stilla Emma lite spörsmål. General knowledge about Europe and Norway. Who is Erling Haaland?
The, president.
The president.
Alright, that's fair. If you're not into football, you might not know who that is, okay? That's fair. I'll give her that.
Have a president. Okay. Who is Central C?
I don't know. Like the vice leader?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, I'll give you not knowing who Central C is, but why would a European country have a vice president who goes by the name Central C? This doesn't seem like someone that would get elected to that position. Like, who's the president? Skepta? Just dropping some absolute dirty rhythms on the country.
What is Eurovision?
People see better in Europe.
See, this actually is like scary because it kind of makes us think that everything in my life doesn't matter when it doesn't really matter, you know? Like, I guess it really doesn't matter, but everything you think is a big thing in your life is really like just nothing to someone else. Like, not that Eurovision's a big thing in my life, but everyone knows what Eurovision is like in Europe, right? It's like quite a big thing over here. The fact she just thought it was something to do with like opticians or something makes sense though. Eurovision, I can see the vision.
Alright guys, so I'm excited for this one. This is a video you guys have been waiting for because I'm trying the Greg sausage roll. So
my guy,
I don't think it's that fresh. I don't know. It wasn't hot when it came out, but
whoever served this man his sausage roll, you didn't get a new one out the oven. See, this is where you've got to time it right, fella. Right, if you see some sausage rolls on the counter, and you know, let's say there's 4 left, just wait a bit. Just have a little stroll around the block, okay, if you've got time. Just wait, and if you catch it right, you'll get that fresh batch, and then, oh my god, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You're in for a right pleasurable time.
It's very flaky. Alright, it looks great though. Let's get into it, shall we?
This is so cute. Really? I know. Honestly, I remember my first, that first bite into your first Greg Sup. It's when a boy becomes a man, a girl becomes a woman, and, you know, The rest is history. It's written in the stars after that point. That's where you really decide where you want to go in life after you take your first bite into a Greggs sausage roll. It's like a whole new perspective opens up. To Americans, that's what's like going to ayahuasca or whatever that place is called, you know, where you have like your awakening. This is our awakening in the UK. When you bite into that sausage roll, that's where you're like, now I just want to be a firefighter now. It all makes so much sense now. This is my calling in life. It was all in the sausage roll.
Oh my god. That's 9.8.
David Turek 23, you've done this country proud today, David. You've given us a little bit of positivity that we've needed. We appreciate your service to this country, David. You didn't need to do it. You're not even from here. The fact that you've decided to set your camera up, try our cuisine, and give it a 9.8 out of 10, David. We can't thank you enough for this right now. In a time of need, you have delivered, David. And honestly, David, I feel like you should just have the keys to the city at this point, David. We really love you, David.
And stumble across an American tourist lost.
No! Wait, how do you know they're American? They're not drinking a bottle of water. I don't know if we can be sure with this one. I feel like they're an imposter. I'm gonna need a few more answers before I sum this one up. What the fuck? He's crazy.
Water a long time ago.
Yeah.
28 degrees goes on hike with no water.
Yeah, it's roast. It's hot day. You're here, sir. You may walk with no water. Yeah, it's straight up this little hill. It's tiny. What? Nah, it's not.
I've got two questions before we see the rest of this. Firstly, is she walking her dog in like 28 degrees heat? Because already that's evil. And with no water, that is even more evil. Like, you need a little bit of a water stash for the dog if you're not going to bring some for yourself. On to my second point. Where is the water for yourself? 28 degrees on a mountain and there's hardly any cloud. You've got some confidence, love. Genuinely, like, after 15 minutes, I'm zonked out. I'm like, I don't think I can go any further. Can we just like turn back? Like, every single time me and Chloe go to the lakes, I'm like, after like 10 minutes. I'm like, what? How do people enjoy this? You like walk a little bit, you're like, well, my cough's just hurt and now I just want to cry and just have a burger with American cheese. Thank you very much, before anyone asks.
How are you getting on? You're almost here now.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Only a bit more.
I love the fact that, you know, he's not letting out on the horse with him. He's like, no, you can walk, love. You can walk.
You're managing, yeah? You're going to get up to the Hellfire Club.
New
and then you're going to
breaking point.
stay straight the whole.
Also, like, did this woman forget to, you know, plant a bed so that, you know, like, her last checkpoint didn't respawn, so she's had to start from the, you know, like, the middle of nowhere where the game's just put her? Because why is she wearing jeans? Like, jean shorts. Jorts, if you will. For some reason, I thought that I just made that up, and then I realised, actually, I've seen that category on ASOS, and now I'm kind of sad. I thought I just, like, unlocked, like, a superpower there. Like, this is just not the attack. Like, has this woman ever been on a hike before? This person is definitely a hike virgin.
Wait.
To the Hellfire Club still?
Yeah, you should.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You sure you have to go that way to go home?
I'm gonna cry. I don't know which way to go.
I'm telling you, you're grand.
I followed what people said and I still got lost.
But sure, I'm going to show you what way to go now. You'll be fine. You'll be grand.
I should be a mentor coach.
I'm not good, I'm not good.
One thing I will say is I feel like the guy who's filming her is a bit of a knob. Yeah, it's funny you've found like an American in the middle of the mountains of Ireland. I guess that, you know, that doesn't happen every day, I imagine. But she's clearly in a lot of distress. She doesn't know where she is. She's in a foreign country. She needs water. You know, she's probably starving a little bit. You know, she really thirsty a little bit. Like, she's clearly stressed out here. And, you know, I don't know why she can't use her phone to message whoever she needs to message. She might not have it on her. And he's just himself. Like, he's just laughing. There's not much empathy going on here. So although she has been, you know, a little bit of an idiot abroad, I do kind of feel sorry for her, because I don't even know how do you just like spawn in the middle of an Irish mountain? Like, how did she get here? That's what I want to know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's good. It tastes good.
Alright.
Falls apart.
It does.
Try to mush your peas down.
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
Try to mush your peas.
Okay.
Banging.
Ready?
Come on, love. You know it's banging. Oh, just take that time. Oh, no. Why don't you shake your head at me? That's fish and chips with mushy peas. That's an English delicacy. People would die for that food. I would. Go to the beach, get some fish and chips. Nothing better, man. Why do Americans hate the UK food? Why does UK food have such a bad reputation? Is it actually bad? Are we just accustomed to it? Are we just not used to other things that we think are our current... Oh god, I'm having an existential crisis here. I really am. This is a posh fish and chip shop as well. Like, there's seats in here. Like, this is when you know that you're going to be in for an experience here. You're not just getting the food. The entire aura around the meal contributes to it. One rookie error though, she didn't get curry sauce, right? If you go into a chip shop, you have to get curry sauce, gravy, and mushy peas. You need your 3 dips, right? It's like having nachos. You need dips with it. Otherwise, the entire meal's just too dry, love. Get your curry sauce next time. It'll switch your opinion.
This could be an ignorant question, but is it egotistical for Americans to think that Europeans should know our historical figures? Before y'all get riled up, let me explain. Today in my English class, my teacher almost lost his crap. Literally, this man was having an aneurysm. He was so shocked. Because he made a comment referencing Babe Ruth, and no one knew who it was. For reference, I go to IE. It's a very international school, and I think I was the only American in the class. Then, in Spanish class, our teacher gave us a list of women and said, okay, describe them in Spanish. And there was genuine confusion on who Amelia Earhart was. And yes, I know this is Spain, so knowing about American figures doesn't really do much for Spanish life, Spanish society. But here's where I get a bit lost. Y'all have a history that is at least 5 times longer and more extensive than mine, all with different kings, leaders, bishops, and knights. Pretty much everyone is super important all of the time. You'll judge me if I don't know who Louis V's dog walker's aunt was because apparently she was pivotal in signing a treaty, but yet you can't tell me who Sacagawea was. Amelia Earhart. I actually think that's where I'm more screwed up. Amelia Earhart. And obviously, yes, it's impossible to know everyone everywhere. I'm not saying any of this to shit on y'all. I just find it funny. If you watch our movies, are inspired by our lifestyle, know who our famous people are. I promise there's more to us than just burgers and pew-pews.
This is such a weird fight to pick. If you're in Spain and you're learning about historical figures that are in Spain and the surrounding countries, like, that makes sense. Like, why would you learn about historical American figures when you're in Spain? The whole world doesn't revolve around America. Like, obviously to Americans they're very important, and that's amazing, you know, like learning about history and stuff for your country. Like, that's really cool. But not everyone has to learn the history of your country. And also, just because people watch American movies and, you know, are inspired, I guess, by American music or whatever, they don't need to know the historical figures in America if they don't want to. Like, it shouldn't be like a basic necessity, in my opinion. I know who Amelia Earhart is, but I don't know who Babe Ruth is. Like, I feel like Babe Ruth is very niche to America, unless you're into baseball. Maybe I'm wrong there, but like, I've heard the name, but I don't know much about the history.
What's the capital of France?
Why would we need to know that?
What is the capital of France? Is it Rome?
No.
In Rome! Like Rome! Like Rome! Oh yeah, that honestly, I can't wait to go to Rome and just like see the Eiffel Tower. Honestly, that's like the first excursion I'm doing. It's also the person in the front seat going, why would we need to know that? As if it's like the answer to, you know, the Chamber of Secrets or the Da Vinci Code or how to solve the movie Inception. Surely, like, France is one of the easiest, no? Like, that's like one of the most iconic cities ever.
What's the capital of Sweden?
Do you know this?
I do know this.
But he's not gonna get
Of course she does. I've lived with her.
IKEA.
He said that with all seriousness. IKEA is the capital of Sweden. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, that's right, actually. No, now you say it, yeah, that's right. IKEA is the capital of Sweden. Oh no, mate, that is so true, actually. That's actually such a great point. What's the capital of Germany? Oh, yeah, Aldi.
Are you supposed to put the mashed peas on top of the fish? What? Do you put the peas on top of the fish?
No.
Oh no, you eat it on the side.
I'm not from here.
Oh, I'm not either. That's why I wanted to know.
This is wholesome. It's kind of wholesome. It's kind of funny. I can't believe you've put it on the fish though, love. If there's one place you're gonna put mushy peas, don't put it on top of your fish. You think that the fish died for you to just put mushy peas on it? Have a thought for the fish, man. Moment of silence. That cod, you know, on the morning was just swimming, right, being aerodynamic and on the evening, it's got some peas all mashed up on it, man. What a way to go. You'd be fuming, especially being eaten by someone that doesn't take your cuisine for the sheer luxury that it is. To be fair, if you are an American, like, you can have mushy peas all over if you want. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I would say, like, have it on the plate to the side, or do what she currently has it, have it in a pot. For me, right, this is just me. With fish and chips, you need little pots. That's the best way to have fish and chips. You need your pot of mushy peas. fries. You need your pot of curry sauce. You need your pot of gravy. You need your pot of garlic sauce. Yes, I said garlic. But that one's not like, you know, you don't need the garlic one. I just like it. It's not really part of the Holy Trinity. This is also a posh fish and chip shop where there's like a restaurant in it. This is like a higher class fish and chip shop. You've started at the top, love. Any fish and chip meal you have after that is probably going to be a downgrade.
My biggest adjustment since moving to England has got to be the bathroom. American girlies are not built for British bathrooms, and let me show you why. Number one, I have not yet figured out an effective way to wash my face, and if you have any tips or tricks on this, please let me know in the comments, because my options are scalding hot or freezing cold.
Love, honestly, I feel your pain. Like, I feel like this is a good thing to not understand about the UK. I have this in my downstairs toilet. It's so confusing. What I normally do is this. I'm going to reenact it for you. Hot on, cold on. You've got to give the hot like a minute just to like get to hotness. And then you're like, okay. And then you're sorted. Like a little game. Just makes it, the overall experience kind of fun. Like playing Temple Run. You know, you're going left, right, okay? Just kind of treat it like a little game, and it makes the whole experience a little bit funner. Don't understand why this is a thing.
So right now I just kind of end up doing this thing where I'm like, you know, trying not to burn the
Another thing that I really don't understand about the UK, and I don't know if it's just my home, but my shower is is like battery power. So my shower doesn't work if the batteries run out in it. Don't ask us, I don't actually know, but every like 3 weeks I've got to replace the batteries. And there's no like more horrible feeling than in a morning when I'm tired, I turn the shower on and it doesn't turn on, and I've got no batteries. I've run out of the Duracells because I've already fucking used them. The joys of renting, people. Right? You get battery-powered showers. How it feels coming home to 5G, air conditioning, ice, and drive-thrus after spending 6 weeks in Europe. Where did this guy go? I think we have all of those things, right? I'm pretty sure Europe has all of these things, right? 5G. Europe definitely has 5G. Air conditioning. I'm pretty sure a lot of hotels in Europe have air conditioning, especially considering loads of them are like summer destinations. Ice, they definitely have ice, I think. I mean, I've got ice in the UK. Okay, I can go and prove it if you want. I don't need to, but I can if you want. That's what I'm just saying. And drive-thrus. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, UK and Europe, they have drive-thrus. I'm almost certain they have drive-thrus. Maybe it's not as many as America, because America has a lot more fast food than what especially Europe does. Like Europe, you know, especially like next to the sea, a lot of the food's a lot more fresher and like not as drivable. I don't know where this guy stayed. This is what I'm confused, because it seems like he's like stayed in a hut. Maybe he went like camping. Maybe, but surely you would have seen a drive-thru. Like on the way to the campsite. When you travelled all the way to Europe for pizza and they don't have ranch and you have to cut it yourself. Oh, stupid Europe, not cutting the pizza for us. Do they cut the pizza for you in America? I don't know if this will shock you even more, but my girlfriend Chloe, she cuts pizza with scissors, and honestly the first time that like we had a pizza together and she did this, I genuinely was horrified. I was like, what are you doing? Why have you got the scissors to cut the pizza? And that was the first time I'd learned that a lot of people actually do that. Is it bad that I like eat my pizza with a knife and fork in a restaurant? Like a lot of people just kind of cut it into slices then eat it. Like I like to do the knife and fork. I got called posh for that. I think it's just good manners, guys, honestly. It was somebody that was working at the restaurant that said this to me, and ever since then I've thought, wait, am I doing this wrong the entire time? Let me know. If you're in a restaurant, do you eat your pizza with a knife and fork, or do you just cut it into slices and then just shove it all in? I still don't know which is the best way to eat it, but nobody cuts it for you here. Like, are you a child? Just do this yourself. Good job they've hid your face from this, because I would be hurling abuse at you.
There are things in our UK apartment that confuse me as an American. First off, these windows confuse me. They just open out and there's no screen, so bugs can come in, which I don't get. And also the ones in our bedroom are like on the ground, so I'm always worried like a small animal could fall out of it.
Wait, I'm with her here. Okay, like I've always thought how good of an idea it would be if, you know, every window came with like little, you know, like mesh, so that bugs can't come in. I'm getting loads of spiders in my house, and we all know from that one clip that I did like a year ago, when I get spiders in my house, I get a little bit stressed, okay? Because I'm just like, why have you come into my house? Like, this is my house, like, you're intruding here. You're not invited, okay? Like, shows you invite, you haven't got it because I didn't send any out this week. So, why are you in my house? So, if you had a mesh thing, it's just like a signal, like, not this house, fella. Okay, move on to the next one. I've always thought like that would be a great business idea. And I mean, obviously I'm not the first person to discover this now, which is very, very sad, right? That's me not going to be, that's me not getting me boiling water tap anytime soon. It's all right. But I think, again, this is one thing about America. Like, America seems to have a lot of things to make it easier for people, like the mesh, like all of these little kind of, I call them like little tiny luxuries they have that then they when they come to Europe and they realize like aircon's one of the biggest things, like especially the UK, we just don't really have aircon, okay, but Americans are just so used to aircon being a thing. Not every place, because I know obviously people who don't have that much money in America obviously won't have aircon, but a hell of a lot of places have aircon in America, and like I think that in my opinion that's like a luxury to have, because we in the UK, when we have a summer, we just die over here. Like, we just, for like 3 or 4 weeks when we have ultimate summer, we literally just cook and we just have to brave it.
Things in my British hotel that are weird to Americans. Number 1, no power outlets in the bathroom. So the only outlet in this bathroom is just a small one for an electric shaver. 2, no pun intended, 2 different buttons to flush the toilet. So above every toilet, there are 2 different buttons to flush. We have a big one and a small one. And I can only assume these buttons are for number 1 and number 2, respectively, when you flush. So in America, there's just one switch that flushes everything. We do not have 2 different flushes based on how much you just deposited into the toilet. Just one switch takes care.
I love that. Like, an American is just, went to a public toilet in Europe and just let off the biggest number 2 ever. And then they're faced with a decision which they spend 10 minutes contemplating. I really wonder if Americans think, okay, so is this one to flush and this one is to eject? It's like cutting like a bomb, the red and blue wire. Like, they're just contemplating like the end of their life right now. Which one do I do? Is it going to squirt in my face or is it going to flush? I think this is just to save water. Like, if you don't need the big flush, then just, do the little one.
Number 3. The ground floor here is called 0 instead of 1. In America, we would call the ground floor the first floor, and the floor above that would be the second floor. So here, the first floor is called the ground floor, and all of the rooms on the ground floor start with a 0, and the floor above that is the first floor. So when we got our room numbers, we were actually assigned to the first floor, and so it was really confusing to us that we actually had to go up a level to get to the first floor to get to our rooms. So to an American, it would appear that this hotel only has 4 floors, but it actually has 5.
Really, would an American look at this and go, okay, this place only has 4 floors? Maybe if you aren't used to this, I can imagine that would be confusing, to be fair. Like, if you hear it first, you'd be like, oh, first floor, we're on the ground. It is a little bit confusing, I will give you that, like, if you grew up that way. But, like, one look at the board, you'd be able to see, like, yeah, there's 5 floors here.
Light switches for the bathroom being outside the bathroom. Why do they put the light switch outside the bathroom? Because that means you could turn off the light on someone who's in the bathroom while they're in there.
I think that's the reason why Europe did that. They were like, yeah, we just kind of want more pranks. We weren't having enough pranks over here. Like, Americans were really running the show on YouTube with prank content. The entire European Union got together and they were like, okay, how can we like bring the game back to Europe? Like, we need more influence over here. So they just started implementing little things like the 1-2 flush thing. That was one thing. You can kind of prank people. The lights outside the bathroom. So when someone's taking a you can just turn the light off, right? Great prank. It's all these little 1% things that added up just so we could become better pranksters. And it's working. Like, we're taking over the game right now in the prank world. We're really smashing that. So thank you to all the presidents. That is actually true to any Americans watching. On that note, Donut, I am going to end this video. If you want to have a binge watch of all of my videos of Americans being confused by the UK and Europe, click this. It'll take you on a binge watch of them. I will see you over there, my sweet dears. My sweet dears? Okay, that's new.
Kirkham, baby.